Holy crap, I have been jamming to this loading screen for like an hour. I'm so excited to try this game. Holy heck. Holy heck and heck. I really wanted to get back to some Corpse Factory today, but as soon as oh, listen, back of me. As soon as I saw that this demo dropped, I was like, ayo, let's abandon everything and play it right now. And we did! And I am really, really excited to give it a try. I don't actually know much about it because I've been trying to somewhat avoid spoilers, but can you tell how much already the OST is a banger? It sounds like it's in a similar vein to like Ghost Trick and Investigations 2. Speaking of which, hold on. Let me pull up Ghost Trick trailer so we can watch it as well as this trailer for those of you who haven't seen it yet before we get started. Hold on. Okay, so the trailer was dropped 6 months ago, but for some reason I like don't remember seeing it ever. Like just all of a sudden the game just dropped the demo and I was like, hey yo! And in a little bit of a neat surprise to me as well, it turns out that I am actually selling physical limited editions! I didn't know! Until a few minutes ago! A little bit before stream, I saw that we had deluxe editions. It is actually rated M, so there is a rating now. But the deluxe edition come with a digital soundtrack, unfortunately. I would have rather have a physical OST, but you know, it still has like a code card, which is cool. And then a mini art book, and of course you get the limited edition fancy package. But yeah, we have the regular one in Japanese, but I mean, we don't have the regular in English, but it doesn't really matter because it's only $49.99, which is actually pretty damn good. So, I don't know, I'm gonna probably grab that personally, depending on how the demo goes, we'll see. Yeah, NSFW America brings some pretty good stuff, so I'm pretty stoked. Pretty damn stoked to see what this one is like. Let me show you the trailer real quick, for those of you who aren't familiar with it. Because I certainly wasn't. Even though I guess the trailer has been out for a while, I just never watched it, never noticed, and if I did, I forgot entirely. But it was a nice surprise today, so you know what? I'm not gonna complain. No complaining. I was like, this is the best thing to wake up to. So this is... Hold on. Let me bring desktop audio. This is the trailer for this game. Process of Elimination. This be the trailer. It looks really cool. This is the trailer from 6 months ago that I somehow missed though. I really like the unique character design in it. It's a highlight to me so far for sure. The art style is kind of darker like Danganronpa, but it's not quite as SD. They're like a little bit more normal proportions, I guess. But yeah, the tunes are really good. You can't see the trailer? Did it? Okay, hold on. I know what it did. Sometimes it freezes. I have to... Oh, wait. There you go. It didn't freeze. I'm just a dumbass. Let me know if it's still frozen. If it's still frozen, though, I can fix it. I thought you meant can't see it, I can't see the art style, and I was like, excuse me? But it looks really cool. Leave it loud, hold on. That better? I actually have not had a song in like a loading screen that I enjoyed this much, maybe like ever? I don't know, Bustafellows. Bustafellows had a pretty good start and ending song, but this one's just so good. And it's a perfect amount of hype and also chill. And I like how the trailer doesn't give away away too much. It more gives away the aesthetic of the game. But this is very much the aesthetic I like. Stuff that stands out and is very unique. So this to me seems like the perfect kind of game that I want to play. So that's why I abandoned everything and decided to play it. Also, Ghost Trick! For those of you who still somehow haven't seen the Ghost Trick trailer, for those of you who are unaware, Akka posted about it today, but just in case you didn't know, I'm gonna reiterate it, because if you're interested in Process of Elimination, chances are you're probably interested in Ghost Trick, which has a similar aesthetic in terms of music, but it's not quite... I mean, it is called Phantom Detective, so it kind of is a detective game, but it's not your classic detective game. It's very different, because you're playing as, like, a ghost, and you have to try to manipulate objects to figure out, like, to save people's lives and stuff. It's a one-of-a-kind game. You can't really compare Ghost Trick to, like, anything else, but it's really nice, and I think that if you like Process of Elimination, you would also like this one, and we have physical copies available for pre-order for Switch. So make sure to click the link in the description if you want to grab a copy of Ghost Trick at the same time. Just make sure to go to the search bar and type Ghost Trick. It'll still support the stream, and it's really affordable price. I'm pretty sure it was like $29.99 US or something, which is like wild, because that's actually cheaper than I paid for my DS copy. I'm pretty sure I paid at least 50 US, because I got it from like a scalper or some shit. Only a couple years ago, actually. But, It's a real good game, and if you haven't played this one, do yourself a favor and go and grab it. It's also on mobile, on like every phone ever, if you'd rather just play it on a phone. Then you can just play it on a phone already. You don't even have to wait. Anyway, the trailer's about over. So now you know about that game. But right now, we're gonna be playing Process of Elimination instead. Which hopefully is gonna be an absolute banger of a game. Let me see hi to people! I didn't have a chance because I was rushing! Hello, Demo! And DS! And C14! And Josh! And Mercurius! And Lifa, Baku, and Necta, and Gunvolt, and C14 on Twitch, and Stopcom City. Oh my god, my throat is giving up today. And Martin Bradley, and Lord Kraken, and Vanden Artson, and John Colin, and Dr. Gambit. I get excited when Pam finds good games like this. One of my biggest passions as a streamer is finding really sick, like, niche games that I love, and getting to share them with you guys. It feels good. So I'm really excited to check this one out, and I hope it ends up being a banger as well. Sam and Brandon Snipes and Almighty Konama. And K-Sops. Yes, we are sophisticated today. Hi, Ballistic Brows. I guess when we had the Pikachu ears, we were Detective Pikachu briefly, weren't we, huh? Gamer4612, thank you for the 1-1. You're awesome, boss. No matter how bad my day is, watching your stream always makes me feel better and forget about the bad. I'm glad I can help make you do better. Oh my god, I think I know why I'm tired. So I had trouble falling asleep, like a lot. I couldn't fall asleep. And then when I finally fell asleep, I woke up super early for an important CEO meeting today. But I misunderstood. I thought because it was daylight savings, I had to be there, like, at the regular time. But no, I could have slept in an hour. I don't think I can forgive myself for losing that hour of sleep. I'm so mad. I wanna cry. I still feel like death, man. Daylight savings gotta fuck off. It's getting me all confused. What's up, Ballistic Brows? And one Ryan L. And Rapture Queen. And Kellen. Yeah, I know when monocle moves when I blink. I was gonna fix it, but then I was like, you know, that's really funny. I'm just gonna leave it. I think I attached it to, like, my bottom eyelid. But I think it's really funny, so it's gonna stay there. Hi, Sonic45 in the last Infinita. How goes the Reno work? Is it still killing you? It's still killing me. I have resorted to buying a hot pot maker and cooking in another room for now, and wearing a mask indoors when I'm anywhere near, even remotely near that area. It's really the best I can do. I would say maybe it's a little bit. I can go in there briefly to like pour the kettle now, but I still get really dizzy. I'm not coughing quite as bad, but I'm still really dizzy and my eyes burn if I go in, which is annoying. But it is what it is. Bleh. Hopefully it'll be better soon. Also, May, welcome for some viewer. Thanks for stopping by and stopping by in chat as well. And Mercenary, hello. Mega Kujo. Yeah, the monocle's a bit alive. It's fine. Hi, Luke. Is this the game that characters that look like Ace Attorney characters? I mean, they don't really look like Ace Attorney characters to me. If you mean Ghost Trick-ish? I mean, it was written by Shu Takumi, which is the guy who wrote Ace Attorney. At least the original trilogy. And the Great Ace Attorney, I believe he wrote as well. But the character designer, I think, was someone different? Maybe. Would an air purifier help? No, because there's been one in there the whole time. I spent $100 on an extra air purifier just to put in the room, and it's not doing shit! The off-gassing is just hell, man. It will not stop. One sec, I'm thirsty. Bah. Air freshener? No, I don't think that'll help because that'll just put more chemicals in the air, and I'm really sensitive to chemicals, so that'll probably make it worse. I gotta finish the Great Ace Attorney. I'm really glad you liked it though, Lifa. I'm really, really glad. I finished the first game, but I haven't gotten very far in the second. Also, Harold Fiedler and not Taguno. And Mercenary on Twitch. And Corvus. And thank you guys for letting me know you couldn't see it so I could fix that. And Songline, hello! I don't think there was any raids. Someone wrote raid question mark in chat. I don't think there was any raids that I saw of anyway. But yeah, it reminds me a lot of Danganronpa as well, which is I'm really, really excited to give it a try. The trailer really was poppin', huh? What's that, Ona? And I agree with Diaz's point. Music really can make or break a game. There's certain games where I would say I enjoyed them mostly because of the music. I would actually say Danganronpa is one of them. I don't think Danganronpa would have nearly the same vibe if the music was any different than it was. So I'm very excited. Very excited. There was not. Okay, good to know. I'm very excited to see what this one is like. What's up, Bobtron? It's going good. Yeah, the music is kind of similar to chiptune. I don't think it's quite chiptune though, but it's definitely electronic. I am playing the Switch version though. There's a Switch and a PS4 demo. We play on the Switch one. What's that? 24 outs. And Alexander Moyle. My yodel. I always say it wrong. I think I'm good. Also, have a good day at work, Van Dan. Make sure to check the VOD if you're curious about the game. What's that, Aaron Kelly? Yeah, daylight savings hate. I'm glad to see all of you guys also angry in chat, so I'm not alone. Hopefully we'll be doing some super sleuthing. I'm excited. I feel like we really should get rid of daylight savings though, because you know there's actually people every year that die of heart attacks, like older people and people with heart problems that legit die because daylight savings is really hard on their system to adjust. People die. Daylight savings kills people. It's gotta be outlawed. It's gotta be canceled. No more daylight savings! It's illegal! Illegal from now on! What's that, Sunnyshine 45? Gotta open some windows. That's easy to say when it's sub-zero outside. You want me to open the window? I have them open the crack. If I open them anymore, it's gonna be really damn cold. Also, it's really damn windy. So that's another reason I probably should not. It'd be rather unpleasant. Without spoilers, which Ace Attorney case was your favorite? I really liked in Spirit of Justice the case with Trucy. It was like a random one in the middle that I thought would have been better DLC than the actual DLC because it was really fun, but it had nothing at all to do with the main story. But I really enjoyed it. The case with Trucy in Spirit of Justice. I don't remember which one that was. But it's one of my favorites in the series with Trucy and Bonnie. That was a good one. I'm a little biased because cute bunny girls, but whatever. Did you clean the filter out of the air purifier? It's brand new. It's brand new! Not that it matters, apparently. Last time Robert Pfeiffer and Lego. Ah, they might have mistook the pinned message for a raid. That's true, that's a possibility. Last time Victor Hugo. Can add boiling water to the air purifier. Would that make a difference? I don't know, I feel like that might melt it. I don't know, it's a plastic one. How's that shop for games? The music kind of reminds me of the Neptunia games. Well, I mean, it's more made by... Isn't NIS the company that does, oh my god, my brain. You know the ones, the series the printies are from, oh my god. I should know this, but my brain forgets. It's not Neptunia, but Disgaea. Yeah, it's by the studio that does Disgaea. So, which makes me especially excited, because they know what they're doing when it comes to good characters and good games, so I'm very excited. It seems like... Have they ever made a detective game before? Because it seems surprising that they haven't yet. And yeah, Idea Factory does Neptunia. That's why I said not Neptunia, but Disgaea, which kind of has a similar target audience. I would say the target audience for Disgaea and Neptunia, there's a big overlap. I see people like one, they usually like the other. So it's kind of similar appeal, I guess, even if they're different teams. Hi, Phoenix Plato 9 and Carrot Mister, hello! Just heard about daylight savings. You must be a lucky bastard to live in one of the places that doesn't have it if you've only just heard of it. I am so jealous. You like daylight savings? Gave you an extra hour of sleep, but this time of year is when it takes away. Daylight savings giveth, and daylight savings taketh away. I like the giveth. I do not enjoy the taketh away. Well, the title, this is like a horror game. I don't think it's a horror game. I feel like it's more... Well, it is rated M, but I feel like if you consider Danganronpa a horror game, you might consider this a horror game. But it's very, very much more, investigation type game. Oh, really? NAS did sound Neptunia at one point. Oh, I didn't know that. That's fascinating. I guess that was before Idea Factory did localizations on their own. I wonder when Axis is going to even stop localizing a lot of the Automate anime games. Because the Automate games are done by Idea Factory in Japan. So I wonder if Idea Factory is going to directly start localizing them and get rid of Axis in the middle. What's my winner dad? NES has published detective games before. How have I not heard of this? I probably heard of them and just didn't know they were by NES. Psychological horror? I don't know if I'd call them dark enough to be horror though. Like maybe a little bit. I consider, at least Danganronpa, it has dark elements, but I almost consider it more comedy than horror. Dark comedy. I would definitely say it's like a black comedy before I would say it's a horror game. But anyway, yeah, given anime art style and M rating, you might need a sensor ready. It's probably okay. Worst case scenario, we panic trim VOD. We should be okay though. I'd say the M rating probably has less to do with nudity in this type of game and more to do with blood. Probably is because like Danganronpa is also rated M. I think it's a similar aesthetic to that. So I don't think there's going to be any explicit nudity. It's going to be on Switch and PS4 as far as I know. I don't know if it's going to be on PC, but like maybe the 25th Ward, the Silver. Oh, that was done by them, really? I know of the game. I just didn't know it was done by them, and I've never played it. And yeah, blood usually isn't an issue for YouTube, so it should be fine. But let's get started, shall we? It's a rainy day in June, with clouds covering the entire nation. The live broadcast of a new gaming release is suddenly disrupted! It's this one! I'm disrupting your lives to forcibly show you this new game demo! Yay! Already breaking the fourth wall. That is hands for a head. Wait, do they mean that there was like a live stream on Twitch or something in the game? And that suddenly got interrupted by this bullshit. This is giving me some flashbacks to like Collar Malice here. I like the creepy carnival music. I'm not liking the creepy animal masks. Oh fuck no. What's that drinking down boy? despise more? A total shut-in or a recent grad? Aren't they the same though? Don't people turn into shut-ins when they graduate until they find something better to do? Is the grad the fox and the shut-in the bunny? I mean, I feel like a bit of a hypocrite if I say shut-in. What is happening with this music? I feel like a bit of a hypocrite if I say shut-in. Because I'm a shut-in. But if everyone in the world was a shut-in, the world would cease to function. There would be no one to make my food. There would be no one to help me at the doctor. There'd be no one to, like, work stores. There'd be no one to ship my orders. So I think personally that being a shut-in is a personal privilege that I get as CEO. No one else is allowed to be a shut-in. You guys gotta work, work, work. So I don't like shut-ins. Hi, John Philip Alvarez. There's no, I don't care option. Good night, Georgie Jones. Oh, so we're killing the shut-in? Hi, Doggo. I didn't mean to kill them, but okay. The fate of a quarter doll? What does that mean? Oh! Oh! Hey, Ben's cousin! This game is off to a start. That just happened. Okay. I know the OBS capture isn't glitching out. That is the game. Yeah, that definitely escalated quickly. Entertainment! I didn't know Mustang was running this game. Hot damn! That is peak entertainment. I like that catchphrase. It'd be fun to voice this thing in English. Hello, dear consumers, and adieu to the consumed. That'd be so fun. I think I'm getting a little too into this. I mean, I've always wanted to press a button and blow someone up. Felt quite stress satisfying. I think they're taking, like, hammer down the nail that sticks out a bit too far in this case. I like Dark as well, Corvus, so hot damn, this is making me more excited by the minute. I like that the music just keeps breaking even worse. So I wonder if there's like one person or if it's like a whole organization behind this. Because if it's one person, maybe we gotta track them down. I agree, I really like the voice, yes. That's also one slight complaint that I have though. For this type of game, I like to get really immersed without reading. I like to listen to the voices. So I do think I would love to have an English dub option. And then if the voices are shit, I'd just change it to Japanese. Like for Danganronpa, having the English voices added a lot of value to me for the game. So I would have loved to have an English dub option for this. There isn't, which is a bit of a bummer, but it's not a deal breaker. Because, I mean, the Japanese version sounds good. I just personally like to be a little more immersed in this type of game when possible. What do I want to get canceled on social media? I feel like it might be a bit late. I feel like social media might cancel these people really fast. I have a feeling they're probably gagged. I think they're already dead, to be honest. Like, if they weren't already dead, I think the Fox one would be flailing and freaking out quite a bit. They're definitely both passed out or we're already dead. That is true, though. The full version might have English, but I kind of doubt it. I feel like they would have had that in the demo, probably, if it was going to have English. That's true, they could be drugged. But I do think the voice isn't coming from inside either of the bodies. The voice is a third party, probably the one behind the camera. Okay, so we have a chuny psychopath protagonist. I love it. Oh, I like the text box for names. I hope it does that for every name. It's almost like a casino aesthetic. I do sometimes read novels, Corvus. I don't have time very often, though, so it kind of depends. It takes a lot of effort for me to get engrossed in one, but when I get engrossed in one, I get really engrossed in one. Also, hi, Crooked Gamer! Yeah, the official website says only Japanese voices as well, which is why I don't think there'll be English later. There's still time to have announcements, but I'm pretty sure it's just gonna be Japanese. The price is very cheap, though. So they'd have to raise the price if they dubbed it, so I don't think it's like the end of the world or anything. It's just, again, in that case, it's a very personal choice, I think. It could be fun to maybe get, like, a male VA to team up and play some of this game, and we could make our own English dub of it. If we mute the voices, we could be them in English. That could be really fun. And yeah, it's around 40, I believe. I don't know if it's going to be on PC, but it is going to be on, at least Switch and PS4. A 5-book series that is really dark is Warhammer Tale of Mouse Darkblade. I'll have to try to look into that if I can remember. Site says only consoles, that's what I thought. But sometimes PC is announced later, which is why I don't want to say for sure, but as far as I know, it's only console. Also, it's thanks. Oh! So this is another one of those, like, punishing the people who hurt me in the past games. So he was a piece of shit that coasted by on daddy's money and then got a big job. Wow. I really should have killed him instead, huh? No. How's that, Jacob, Romy? Give me back the shut-in! I hate him. Only I'm allowed to have positions of authority that much. Oh, shit! That's not even 10%! I know this has multiple endings, I believe, so I wonder if even the decisions, like, at this part in the game might affect your ending. Hi, Annabelle! Oh, he is so dead. Hi, Alex Igana! The sound effects too! Hot damn! It's punishment time! Oof. The video cuts off at 4 minutes 52 seconds. As a hacked broadcast, those who ran the website were powerless to stop it. The video just shy of 5 minutes is shared across the net, mostly among the youth. But things don't end with that. Not just the broadcasted victims, but others killed in the same manner are soon discovered. What are they in, like animal suits with their heads ripped off or something? The common thread, at least 2 victims are always found at once, with their lock screens set to the symbol of the quartering Duke, so they hacked their phones first. The police pour all of their resources into investigating the case but turn up nothing. So I'm assuming what this game is, you're in a situation where you're in a closed room and you know one of those people is the quartering Duke and you have to try to figure out who it is. Pair by pair, more and more bodies surface until half a year later, over 100 have been killed since the first broadcast. That's I can't believe. The sheer number of victims and brutality of the murders fling society into chaos. Oh, I like how it's not live 2D. Believe it or not, I actually prefer games that don't have live 2D. I know that it's a trend more in games now, and it can look very good. But I prefer stuff like this that uses still sprites. Like ones that are just standing still, that have like blinking and mouth movement. So I'm already very, very happy at the art direction because of how this is going. The sprite quality is also really nice. The line thickness adds a lot of personality to the design, and it gives it a fun energy that I like quite a bit. It kind of is a snuff show, isn't it? I grip my phone tight as I read articles about the murders, speaking aloud despite myself. So this is the protagonist. This is who you play as. I've seen the effects of this Duke all around me. People are terrified to go outside, and stores have even shortened their hours. What's worse, he's gained some traction among young copycats taken by his charisma. How do you copy that without getting in trouble, though? I feel like most people get busted. With the police overwhelmed, small private agencies like mine are in huge demand. Okay, so we're like a private agency. Apparently, even the FBI is getting involved. Past events had already stoked the need for this line of work, but the Duke has only made things worse. The media jeers at the detective craze. So this is kind of unlike Danganronpa or like a lot of other murder games that are very much a closed scenario, where it's like you have to solve this or you're trapped. This is very much, it's almost like a killing or a death game, but where the whole world is at stake. Similar to Call or Malice in that way, I guess. So it's kind of like, instead of just one group of people being isolated as the playing field of the game, it's all of society. As I lay in wait for my mark, I recall my mentor's words and sigh to myself. I work for the Gunjoji Detective Agency. It's probably one of the pioneer agencies around, though nowadays we're buzzing with activity. I'm a student working part-time, but they plan to recruit me once I've graduated. The situation must be getting pretty serious nationwide yet to hire a random student. The thought alone makes me a bit miserable. Is this the reality faced by all aspiring detectives? That's kind of true, though. If you want to be someone that helps people, ideally you're working yourself out of a job. Because if there's still a need for your job, that means there's still people suffering. So in an ideal world, any job where you help people wouldn't be needed, because there wouldn't be a need to help people. It's kind of complicated in that way. Okay, that's enough of that. My worries run wild when I'm on my own. It's a bad habit, but I've got to focus on work. There he is. My mark is on the move. So do we think it's this random old guy? After a moment's pause, the man clad in a trench coat starts off down the road again. I make sure I'm out of earshot before calling in my report, just as my mentor had instructed. Quieting my steps, I follow the man cautiously. He's our top suspect in the serial pet killer. It's Dio. It started with one dog in the furnace, and then he's gone psycho. I'm gonna end this man. According to Mr. Gunjoji, he may be armed. Well, that's different. Usually, Japanese stuff doesn't use guns as much, because guns are a lot harder to get in Japan. Yeah, you can ping the video books on Discord if you want. I don't know when or if I'll be able to catch up, though. I'm so behind from being messed up. So I'll try to get through it. Whatever I do, I absolutely cannot allow my presence to be detected. Yeah, we need justice for the doggos and cattles. I like the voice of the protagonist. He sounds like a wimp. I'm assuming he's actually pretty badass, though. Suddenly, the man is right in front of me, and I reflectively take a step back. Reflexively. Did he notice me following him? Despite the cover of darkness and my voice being out of earshot? I kind of wonder if the old man is going to be like another person investigating it and he'll be an ally. He doesn't look like someone that'll like decapitate dogs, so I feel like he's not the pet killer. As I try to move past him, the man blocks my path. True, the man knows. I'm the worst detective ever. Trying to trail someone, going right up behind them and stopping every time they stop. Oh my god, I'm gonna get myself murdered. I'm literally the worst. He is actually the world's worst detective. We're like 5 minutes into this game and I'm the biggest idiot in the world. So the very act of pausing here was a trap. No kidding! I'm not even a trained detective and I know that's a mistake. How can I make such a rookie mistake? I don't know. How could you, sir? Didn't even register with me. How? I have no one to blame but myself. Yeah, you bet. You better blame yourself. Reflect on your stupidity. Well, actually, bro, I'm a student. Technically, I'm not yet, so I guess it's fine if I fuck up. Blood rushes to my face. I've poured everything into becoming a detective. Maybe we should start again from, like, Detective 101. His words sting more than a slap to the face. There's no way I can just let it slide. I'll try a different Eiler. Yeah, back to detective school. He's like, what knife? The one I used to cut my not dog's head off. Hire spend Rob and a local county Ritsu. Yes, I'm looking very dapper. That's true. I just willingly gave away all my personal information. I'm really stupid. I think the first victim of the game is gonna be me. I'd hoped the edge in my voice would intimidate him. But the man only lets out an exasperated sigh. Give me 1 sec. I just noticed one thing I want to fix. There. Green outlines should be gone now. All according to Keikaku. For the old man, maybe. I feel like this was a test maybe for me. Like, what if he's part of the detective school and this is a test and I'm absolutely failing? What's up, TGM? Thank you for the silver! This looks like a perfectly wholesome murder mystery. I know, right?
ドラマの世界ではないんだぞ。現実の探偵は身の上を一つするものだ。
True! On TV, you very often see detectives introduce themselves by their name, but in reality, it makes no sense. At least he's an alias.
探偵ドラマ好きだな。
This has the vibes of somebody becoming a lawyer because they played too much Ace Attorney. The real imposter is Watto. He's an imposter detective.
For me? Oh gosh.
As much as I hate it, he's read me like a completely open book. The moment the detective reveals himself always seems so cool on television. Well, really, it's a dumbass move. But he's right. Sharing your identity in this line of work is far too dangerous. Something to keep in mind next time. I'll try someone.
それで、その探偵助手君がたった一人で、この私を連行できるつもりか?
Apparently I did. It was supposed to be like, hey, bro, I heard you have a knife. Come with me, you're arrested. And he's like, ah, rats. And just goes quietly with me. That's not what I expected. That's some Scooby-Doo level trust. The man slides his hand into his pocket and readies his stance. I bet it's like not even a knife. He's clearly holding a weapon. I bet it's not. This isn't the first time I've gone up against someone armed with a knife, but I still feel my hair standing on end. How do I survive the first time if I'm this stupid? My heart slams frantically against my ribcage as I freeze up, willing my trembling legs to remain steady. Ow. His hand is the weapon. He'll just take it out of his pocket and punch me in the face. I wouldn't even doubt it. That's true. Dumb luck, still luck. Maybe my weapon is luck. Did I just say out loud to the man that I'm trying to buy time because I called Rebecca? Because that sounds like something you should probably not tell him. Because then he'll just immediately attack you and run away. I did just tell that. Wow. I was hoping that was maybe an internal monologue, but that was an external monologue. Beautiful. Oh, damn. So it's a personal grudge. Maybe my arms, they just meant a knife all along instead of a gun. Jingo! Then good, how's them see life? I don't know, Dumbo. I don't know, man. I tear off my jacket and wrap it around my left wrist to form a makeshift glove, a guard against his knife. Yeah, I'm sure my jacket will protect against the knife, considering I had a knife hole. Did I tell you guys? I recently bought a new winter jacket. And my new winter jacket, I noticed a couple days after buying it, there was a knife cut across the stomach. A very clean cut straight across the middle. And I was like, well, I don't remember anyone trying to disembowel me. So it's still zipped up and everything. So I brought it back to the store and I was like, hey, yo, I feel like my coat's probably not supposed to rip this easily or this cleanly. And then they're like, oh, it looks like, I don't know how we didn't notice or you didn't notice in the store, but it kind of looks like you probably had a box cutter, like, cut the jacket when they were opening it out of the package. So I had a jacket that was cut with a knife, and I never realized, and I wore it for like 2 days. So, yeah, I don't think a jacket's gonna protect you against a knife. If just like a letter opener or a box cutter type thing completely wrecked my jacket, I'm pretty sure it would just die anyway. In my dominant hand, I grip a pair of handcuffs like brass knuckles. Armed as best as I can, I face off with the man. Okay, hitting someone in the head with handcuffs probably hurt. That's a little more reasonable. I think smarter to wield them like nunchucks, though. Like, swing them around, smack them in the head with the momentum. If he has handcuffs like brass knuckles, you gotta swing that shit. The man just watches me, showing no signs of movement. Yet MC thinks he's John Wick. He is not. Spoiler alert. Good. He's probably never seen anyone use handcuffs for self-defense before. To be fair, I don't think I've seen anyone do that either. So only naturally be wary. That's interesting. Using them as a weapon? I like that. The first time. Which means you get it perfect or you die. Because you can't catch them by surprise again. Oh, never mind. He already knows the technique. I still think he's from the detective school and he's testing me. I don't think this is a real case. I think they gave me a fake case to test my skills. Maybe for like a graduation type thing. It's like, oh no, shit, he knows my secrets. I'm struck speechless. What are the odds he'd know this tactic? I fumble for an answer, but my mind goes blank. I think that's why he's saying minus points. Because he's literally an examiner or something. That's true, it explains how MC is still alive. This guy's phony. This is a real criminal. I like killed him long ago, man.
10点をやるぞ少年リーダーがお前さんを押すのもうなずけるな
You see why the chief endorsed me? I don't see any reason to endorse this kid so far. The man suddenly backs down and speaks with a smile. Wait, what? Is this another trap? Glancing my way, he continues.
勘違いさせてすまないな私は動物虐待の犯人ではない
Oh, okay. So it's not a test for school or anything. He's just another police officer who's already handed in the actual victim. Got it. Which means he'll probably be a big recurring character. Unless he dies. Ugh, disgusting. I feel like, well, for starters, it's also bad to chop up people. But if you're gonna chop up animals specifically because you want to chop up people and you're too wimpy to chop up people, you're like a special type of disgusting. Upon hearing my question, the man pulls what looks to be a tablet out of his pocket. The screen shows a familiar symbol and the words Detective Alliance. Ah, I think that was the name of the game in Japanese. Tantei Dome. Maybe? I can't help but yell out the name. The Detective Alliance, the very organization I revere more than anything else.
So, 私は国内で唯一の国家公認の探偵組織探偵同盟の一員だ
So I guess we're trying to join that.
お前さんも探偵を志す身なら聞き覚えがあるだろう
Why would they change the Japanese name? That's very, very common. That's incredibly common. With video games and anime, very often the name in English and the name in Japanese is completely different. Like, not even remotely the same. Like, I'm trying to think of it. Do you guys know any examples? I can't think of any off the top of my head, but, like, there's so many examples of this where the title is just completely different. Like, Pokemon, not really, because it's still Pokemon. Yeah, Detective Conan was translated into Case Closed. Because Pokemon and Pocket Monster, Pokemon is just a condensed version that is still used in Japanese. But I don't mean names as in like character names. I mean names as in like game or anime titles. Yeah, like Resident Evil and Biohazard. Yeah. It's very common. Fatal Frame and Project Zero. It's very common to change names in English. And I think it's dumb, personally. But often it's what they think would market better in the West. And sometimes changing the name might make it do better. Sometimes it might not. Depends. But also because of copyright thing is another reason sometimes. Mega Man and Rockman, yeah, there's a lot of examples. So it's like, I guess in Japanese the title is something like Detective Alliance? But in English, it's literally, oh god, what was it called again? I can't remember. I'm playing it right now, but I can't remember. They changed it anyway. And it's fine, even though it's kind of weird.
もちろん実績のある100人の探偵で構成され捜査依頼を受けた事件の内容に応じて
That's
最も
true.
適切な探偵を派遣する謎の組織
I didn't know about the Dragon Quest Dragon Warrior one though. That's interesting.
事件解決率は 100%。 メンバーは自らの特徴に準じた探偵ネームを名乗って素性を隠していて
I don't know where the I think Resident Evil is kind of more like there's an evil residing in this place. Maybe that's where the title came from. I think it sounds cool, I'll admit. Biohazard sounds more like it's gonna be like a chemical warfare game or something. But then Resident Evil sounds more like the type of horror game that it usually is. Process of Elimination is a good title. I agree, because it has... Process of Elimination to me is more... It doesn't have a verb necessarily, but it's more of an action-y title, so it gets me enticed. Process of Elimination also makes it sound like you're going to be eliminating different people off lists, so there's potentially the culprit, which kind of gives you a bit more of a hint at potentially what the gameplay is. It does give a bit of a vibe with the detective, rather than like Detective Alliance, which sounds cool and fun, but it's not enticing on its own unless you've already seen the advertisements and are curious about it. If you just hear like, oh, have you played Detective Alliance? It sounds kind of boring. But if you're, oh, have you played Process of Elimination? It sounds kind of interesting. Title alone. If that makes any sense? Yeah, it gives a more deductive vibe to it rather than just your standard detective game. Also, Smithy?
謎の組織のことにやたらと詳しいじゃないか。探偵オタク。
I say Sweet Home and I immediately thought of like the webtoon with the absolutely terrifying monsters. As I calm down, my face begins to burn bright red, and let my excitement carry me away on my totally nerdy rant. That's true! Process of Elimination also has the double meaning! Solving something and killing something. I wonder if you can go two routes in this. Maybe you can like solve it, or there's an ending where you join and become one of the killers. I don't know, I'm excited though. Still, the Detective Alliance has been the dream I've aspired to ever since I learned about it from Mr. Gunjoji.
あなたが持っているそれって探偵デバイス探偵同盟の証ですよねあなたも探偵なんですか
I do think translating detective device to D-pad was kind of weird though. Because they were like Tante device, which is like detective or investigation device. I don't know, D-pad works because it's like detective pad, but you think they could have come up with a cooler name than that. Because I see D-pad and I'm like, you mean like video games? Like, yo, that's just dumb.
よく知っているな。その通りだよ。私は老子探偵。探偵同盟のフル株で、今はスカウトや補助を主に担当している。まあ推理力はまだまだ若い探偵には負けんがな。今回の動物殺傷事件などは少々骨がなさそうだ。
Yakuza's Ryuga Gotoku in Japan translates to Like a Dragon. Yeah! I know that they're trying to use Like a Dragon as the title in English now too, I believe, aren't they? I actually like Wato's voice a lot. I think it sounds really funny. I want to hear him go from wimpy detective to confident. He has a lot of room for growth, and I'm hoping that there is growth. As prideful as he sounds, I can tell by his expression that he's speaking purely from well-earned experience. He has an air about him that's unlike anyone I've ever met. The kind that could only come from a member of the Detective Alliance. Also, Willem, welcome back! And Soul Guardian Spirit, thank you for subscribing! As secretive as it is, the Detective Alliance has grown more famous by the day thanks to the recent detective craze. Even now, the news is full of stories about the cases cracked by Detective Alliance members. Okay, so a bunch of the other Wait! This is already very different from Danganronpa. Because in Danganronpa, there's always the detective character, and then a bunch of other characters that are like the ultimate whatever, like the ultimate fashionista, or the ultimate pet breeder, or whatever. But in this one, it seems that everyone is also a detective. So you're gonna have detectives, and maybe some of the detectives are like evil. And they're trying to use their detective knowledge to flip the tables and shake off suspicion. Ooh, detectives outsmarting each other sounds good. Then there's all the terrorist plots in the wake of the Quartering Duke incidents that they've thwarted with almost zero leads. What if the Detective Alliance is the Quartering Duke? One of the higher-ups. The whole reason I joined the detective agency was to carve a path to earning a spot alongside those detectives one day. I really like the face of the one with the fork. I like the creepy eyes. Looked up to by detectives far and wide, the Detective Alliance is the absolute paragon for those pursuing justice. I don't think Danganronpa would ever have an ultimate AV director, because regardless of certain spoilers, the characters are supposed to be high schoolers. That would be very illegal. Wait, what was that? Oh! So if you don't want to read the cutscenes when you're playing, one, you can save at any time. This is just the D-pad. So there's a quick save here, there's a load here. Unassigned, you can assign different commands to it. Or you can just go up and skip the choice. But I mean, if you're playing a detective game, you're probably the type of person that wants the choices, unless you're like specifically doing like, I've already played this part before, I want to skip to the choice. The senior detective amicably shrugs off my apology. His unshakable calm only makes me warier of where this is going. I agree though, Callan. I think that's a very strong indicator there'll be multiple endings. And then instead of having an auto skip, you can just manually skip right away to the choice. Then, as if noticing how on edge I look, he continues to speak. High school stopped using Edgar Allan Poe's works for English class. Really? I don't remember exactly which ones, but I remember doing some stuff about Edgar Allan Poe when I was in elementary. Maybe kids these days just can't handle the dark shit. You may be thinking of the wrong game, but I thought Sweet Home was developed by a company in Indonesia. Potentially, I don't know. I'm only aware of the webtoon and the Netflix series by that name, so I can't say. Oh damn! He should've just gouged me! I don't know why, because I'm very worthless, but... Also, welcome in chat! Didn't I fail the test, though? Hi. I love Wato's confusion. I respond lamely, unable to fully grasp what he's saying. I'll say Jam 35! I think it is a trap. I think a murder is gonna happen at this meeting. I think one of the people that was genuinely invited is going to cause a murder. It's gonna be great.
もう一度言うぞ。
Telltale Heart's one of the best short stories of all time. Really? Can you ping me with that one as well on Discord? I want to read it.
協力してほしいと言っているんだ。
Oh, I guess they're not testing me. They're straight up asking me to join. Well, sweet. I love how stupid he sounds. Also, this song. The sound I make is so shrill and alien, I scare even myself. Further proof that I'm a baby. I pinch my cheek to make sure this isn't just some dream. Ow! Nope, not even a dream. Maybe this is Mr. Gunjoji's idea of a prank. No sign of him anywhere, so probably not. My confidence is sure high, guys. Which means... So it's not a joke? He's like, bruh, I invited you. My role is bait? That sounds about right, to be honest. I'm doing a really good job of being bait. They probably wanted a really stupid amateur so that they can have him trying to kill me. And then they can monitor me, and while he's killing me, they can catch him. So many murders lately that they didn't kill a kid. Yeah! Yeah! If they had to hire a fucking kid, why do I think they'd have time to prank me? Bruh! A freshman year, your English teacher played Romeo and Juliet with nudity? Is that the... Which one was that? Which one was that? I remember my teachers played a really old one. They played the Leonardo DiCaprio one. I feel like, is the one you're talking about the older one or the same one? I definitely had different movies. Okay, and older than that. I was gonna say, I don't remember nudity in that one. I've definitely had teachers play movies with nudity though. And then just like no one said anything. Because none of us cared. As long as it was like part of the plot or whatever, it's like, okay. I'm sure there were some students giggling and shit, but like no one was like, that's not okay, and reported it or anything. It just was a thing that happened sometimes. The Leo one is great. I feel like I like it for the wrong reasons though. I had a lot of fun making fun of it. My favorite part is when he's just in the water dying, and she's on this giant no, that's Titanic, fuck. Well, anyway, I like that scene where he's just in the water, and she's on the plank, floating. But obviously there would have been enough room for him to also climb on, but he just doesn't. He could have not died, but I guess he chose death for the sake of being dramatic. Okay. Yeah, the Leo one's campy as hell. It does lack the icebergs, though. There's significantly less drowning in Romeo and Juliet. My mind goes blank again, but if this is real, then my dream is coming true far sooner than I ever imagined. I think it's a weight issue. I beg to differ, though, because his body was still leaning on it, right? Wouldn't that have also put a lot of weight on it? I don't know. I feel like he was already putting a lot of weight on it. Like, I don't know, maybe because part of his body was in the water, it wasn't enough to flip, I don't know. Titanic's being told by a 90-year-old, like, yeah, she probably pushed him off. Like, get off this thing! I'm living! Die, Leo! Bitch! I'm rich and I'm gonna survive! Screw you! No, that's probably it. There's so much I could learn. So many accomplished detectives I could meet. Ideal detectives, like the ones I aspire. This looks like a VTuber model, I'm not gonna lie. Like the ones I aspire to be, the kind who could have prevented the tragedy that unfolded before my eyes 10 years ago. And then she took the gem of the sea without telling anyone. The whole Titanic was a conspiracy so that she could make off with the jewel. What's that, Jimmy? James Cameron has admitted there was enough room for both of them. Then what the fuck? He chose death because he could. I was like, Jessica, exactly. It looked like an outfit reveal silhouette. I'll do my best. How can I hesitate? I state my intentions loud and clear. Hi! I love this choice. Which one should I pick, guys? Yes or yes? Let me close my eyes. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch a tiger by the toe. If he hollers, let him go. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. I'm going with yes. Hiya, Kendra! The moment I try to answer, I guess we're not going with yes? Senior detective's arm hooks around my neck and begins to squeeze like a vice. Okay, never mind. He's actually strangling me. He's like, just kidding. Actually, I was a killer. I'm gonna strangle you. I'm so tight I can't breathe. I flail and kick frantically, but all I hit is the air and the ground below my feet. Does he have to knock me off am I like not allowed to know the location of this? I feel a prick. Oh fuck! I feel a prick as a slender needle pierces the skin of my neck. Yo, we're dead. We're dead. Holy shit, what the fuck? Maybe it's just like a knockout happy drug so that I don't know where the location is. Like, did I pick the wrong yes? What? I should have chosen yes. I chose yes though. What feels like liquid ice begins to pump through my veins. My skin turns pale, my limbs go numb, and my strength fades. Hi, Jabra. My vision blurs, and as my legs start to give out, I sag against the man restraining me. And then, as if the stars have been swept from the night sky, everything goes black. What the fuck? Oh. So he just like, I'm just gonna knock you out and take you anyway, by the way. I guess we didn't get a bad end. We just got needled. You know, I would have just went with you, right? There's really no need for this. Oh shit! Oh shit! Never mind, that is a closed room murder. Detective Elimination Project. So they're getting promising detectives, and we gotta kill each other. Let's go. That's why it's Process of Elimination! Fuck, I love the title. Oh, shit. I haven't felt this way in a long time. Not since I played my last murder game. My consciousness drags sluggishly, as if I'm trapped in thick mud, helplessly sinking deeper and deeper. As much as I try to shut it out, the traumatic nightmare pulls me in once again. Are we in like the sewer? Body's been discovered! It's living, but that doesn't matter, right guys? It's fine, we just have to kill it later. A living body is not a problem. Every living body has the capability to become a dead body. In my dream, I'm running down a dark, frigid corridor, holding on tight to the hand of a girl my age. Elude! She doesn't look my age, unless I'm also a kid. She looks like she's like 5. Okay, maybe I'm also 5. Asai May, hello! Have a good evening. Oh god, hiccup. Oh, 10 years ago. Okay. I missed that. Even though I probably read it. What happened to her legs? The girl's beautiful with bewitching black hair, pure white skin, and light purple eyes reminiscent of hydrangeas. Hydrangea? Is it hydrangea or hydrangea? Google Sensei.
Hydrangea.
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 Hydrangea. I read that word a lot, but I've like never say it. Hydrangea. Okay. I've always said it wrong then. That's embarrassing. Hydrangea. Got it. I've only heard hydrangea is what I've usually heard as well. But I guess it's hydrangea? Or is it like a tomato-tomato situation? I remember nothing else about her, but I'm sure that at the time, she was very precious to me. And then, she stabbed. Oh, she gets stabbed. Right before my eyes, a blade swings down and slashes her, covering her in a burst of red. I guess this is why we wanted to become a detective. Childhood trauma. And I forgot because trauma was too much trauma. I clutch onto her before she can collapse and face the criminal that did this to her. Whatever that is, I do not enjoy the look or the sound of it. This is something straight out of Made in Abyss. I'm not sure if this is like if you took Made in Abyss and crossed it with the like future danger technology in Final Fantasy 14. I do not like this. What's up, Pendiscars? Thank you for the follow. It's a Target employee. The only thing they sell at Target now is death. Or being targeted. The massive, unmistakably inhuman silhouette emits a strange mechanical whir. Its murderous intent is nearly enough to pierce through flesh as it focuses on me. I prepare to die as no more than a child. Time to die! But at that moment, will she like sacrifice herself somehow? I thought she was already dead. The girl in my arms strains to get the words out as her voice begins to fail. I might escape if I leave her now and run. But maybe I can still save her. There's no way I can just abandon her. I want to know what if this backstory was real or just a dream. Because this could have been some crazy precursor to whatever's going on now. I think we're gonna need a lot of Phoenix Downs by the time this game is over. It's all I can remember. My memory cuts out completely, as if the next page has been torn out. However, since I'm alive, it's obvious what came after. I traded Saika's life to save my own. This was the mass kidnapping and confinement incident I was in a decade ago. The reason I became a detective— I thought I became a detective because my friend's pet was killed. Okay, bro, make up your mind. So there's a mass kidnapping and confinement incident. I wonder if whatever the current crazy organization thing is like related to that in some way. Like they're going after the people who got away or something. A shadowy organization took 16 children and locked them in an underground prison for a month, never to be caught. Wait, are all those 16 children the detectives now? Am I supposed to just live with the sacrifices that came out of that, like Saika? I was too incompetent to save even one girl, but I refuse to leave it there. My heart and soul demand I see it through. I'll become a great detective, a hero, and one day I'll reveal the truth behind what happened 10 years ago, which is why the people who planned it are trying to kill us all now because they don't want me to do that. Day 1 afternoon. Okay, so there's a day cycle. Interesting. Finally come to. My eyelids are so heavy, just opening them is an undertaking. Wonder if it'll be possible to save everyone? I wonder how many you can save. I feel like no matter what, there's probably going to be one person that's a sacrifice, like the victim of the first case. But I do wonder if you're able to potentially find the culprit really early and save the rest. That was one long dream. It was one that I've had countless times before. That fateful day I swore I'd become a detective. That incident remains unsolved to this day. What really happened all those years ago? As a survivor, the vague testimony I provided didn't help much. The case had gone cold for 10 years now. Everyone dies the end. I feel like that's at least one of the endings, if not many. I've got to find the truth. To track down the villain who killed Saika, the girl I owe my life to. That's why I entered this line of work. But that aside, my whole body is aching right now. My mattress feels like a rock and smells like rust? Am I like chained to something? I managed to pry my eyes open, but everything's pitch black. What's more, I can't even move with the game chained to... I'm literally chained to my bed. What the fuck? My limbs are restrained. Yep, I'm lying here in bed with my limbs chained up. Okay. This might be an exciting time for some people, but it sounds like in this case it's a little more related to murder. My limbs are restrained like I've been wrapped in some kind of sleeping bag. Okay, never mind. I guess I'm in a body bag. I'm just dead. No worries. There's no sus things happening. We're just dead. Don't tell me I'm trapped in here. I wonder if I'll have to use a puzzle to get out. Mustering all my strength, I try to worm my way out. Suddenly, my vision is flooded by a bright light. Hi, Fake Knight! Whoa. Bright. Whatever restrained me slackens as my own momentum forces me upright. The sight I'm met with is grass? Was I like tied to a tree? Ooh, the OST took a really unique turn with this latest piece. I like it. He touching grass! Unfortunately, I feel like this probably isn't how you would like to, but lush woodland lies before my eyes. Beneath me is an old rusty locker. Guess that's what I've been stuffed in just a second ago. I was stuffed in a locker? That explains the metal smell. I guess my brain should have went there instead of, ooh, am I on a bed with my limbs chained up? He's like, I'm in a small space. I probably should have realized it was a fucking locker. Especially because I've seen this image when I was looking for thumbnail shit. Fuck. I like the CGs, and I like how they have particle effects on top of the CGs. The floating leaves coming down really adds a lot to the visuals to make it more dynamic without having to animate anything. Who would do this to me, and why? When did I even get here? What the heck is going on? Hi, Johnny Kurtz! My head swirls in confusion as I try to recall what happened last. The haziness clears as I begin to remember. I was suddenly attacked by Senior Detective and eventually lost consciousness. He claimed to be a part of the Detective Alliance, but maybe it was all just a bluff? I still think the Alliance might have a dark side to it, so maybe not a bluff. Yeah, good luck going back, buddy. I don't know where we are, but I feel like you're not going back anytime soon. I reached to grab my smartphone, but after a frantic search, I realized that my front pockets have been empty. As I continue searching my person, I notice an unfamiliar weight in my back pocket. Is it a bomb? That's weird. I don't normally keep stuff back there. Suspicious. I carefully plucked the foreign object from my pocket. Hunger Games Detective Edition? That's what it's starting to look like, Corvus! tablet device, like an oversized smartphone, more or less. The moment I see it, though, a chill runs down my spine.
これって
Oh, the sprites have multiple angles! Neat! As we saw it from the front earlier. I like that. They have different poses. So that'll also make it a little more dynamic. I can't wait to see what all the poses all the characters have. I lift it up, touching the buttons out of habit. Then a notification appears. Authentication successful. Yeah, I love how it's a first gen fucking iPad too.
おはよう、北条ワト君。探偵デバイスを起動させたようだな。
はい。
薬の効果とはいえ、まさか数日も眠り続けるとは減点1だぞ。
I was like, wow, I know I drugged you, but you were passed out for 3 whole days. Skill issue. What an asset! As the tablet comes to life, a familiar voice emanates from its speaker.
お前さんをこの場に連れてきた張本人、老子探偵だ。3日前にもあったな。もっとも、
No big deal, I was just trapped in a childhood nightmare for 3 days.
僕は3日も眠ってたのか。
So senior detective is the one reaching out to me. I knew I recognized his voice from before. Still, his tone is pretty nonchalant for a kidnapper. I can't help but feel irritated. It's not really echoing, so much as it just sounds muffled, like it's shit quality. That probably has more to do with the microphone on the detective's end than anything. He could be speaking into a walkie-talkie that's then coming out of the tablet. His name is literally just Senior. Senior Detective. Hide and steal! What's up, Patrick Adams? I think, isn't the 17th like St. Patrick's Day? I found out and I was bummed. Because I can't fit in my schedule streaming on Friday this week, so I can't stream on St. Patrick's Day. I'll have to try to make a video to upload that day or something. That's your birthday, nice! You'll have to remind me on Thursday if you want a birthday song, because I ain't gonna be streaming on Friday. I opened up the tablet and looked through the roster he mentioned. There, I find my profile, beginning with my full legal name.
探偵序列100北条ワト。確かに僕の名前だ。それに訓定寺先生しか知らない。
Okay, sweet!
僕の特技や経歴まで登録されている。
There's gonna be quite a few characters. For now, we only have, Oh wow, it teaches their skills, too! So, Senior Detective is really high movement and inference. And then, Assistance is low, though. So he's retired! He's not a detective anymore! That sounds quite bad. DIY specialist skills, architectural design. Additional notes, a veteran detective who, like Windog, survived the Dayless Night incident and helped to found the Detective Alliance. During one particular case, he made a grave error that resulted in a loss of life and his subsequent retirement. He now works behind the scenes, scouting and mentoring promising young detectives. So maybe this is just the weirdest onboarding process we've ever seen. And then you have Wado Hojo. Inference 2! I am so stupid. Analyzation 3? Inspection 2? At least I'm good for assistance and movement. I hope I can play as other people because I'm a moron. Apparently we're 17, which is older than I expected, to be honest. Hobby, collecting publications on homes. Well, that explains why I'm such a shitty detective, to be honest. I just idolize Sherlock Holmes, which is probably the worst detective to look up to. Special skill housework? I should just give up on being a detective, become a fucking housewife. A male high school student who assists at the Office of Private Detective Agency. 3 years ago, his aunt, a police officer, introduced him to the Gunjoji agency where he began working part-time. Since then, he studied the basics of detective work, in addition to performing copious chores. Wano trained in the Ikusa School of Arrest, techniques, a form often used by security guards. Although he lacks in proficiency, his instincts for it are good, and he has the potential to improve at an explosive rate paired with some other special ability. Conversely, he is a professional when it comes to housework. Without him, the agency would be a sea of garbage within a week's time. Oh boy. I guess the lexicon explains like different things. So the Detective Alliance, founding Detective Duck heads the Detective Alliance, an officially sanctioned organization comprised of 100 detectives and support staff. All requests and other pertinent information are communicated through D-pads, electronic devices exclusive to the DA, and even those within its ranks are not privy to the full details of the organization's inner workings. The Detective Alliance activities are supported by funding from benefactors as well as by compensation earned through solving cases. Regardless of scope, anyone can petition to the aid of the DA so long as they have a connection to the organization. Clients are not limited to the private sector, as even government institutions, such as the National Police Agency, will employ the services of the DA. As such, a wide variety of requests are accepted and completed on any given day. So even though there's this big elite unit, anyone can request their help, apparently. When a request is made to the DA, the agent deemed most suitable for the job is dispatched. After confirming an incoming job through their D-pad, the detective will seek the client out and handle the case independently. Once a client confirms that a case has been resolved, the assigned detective is rewarded with each successful case, adjusting their rank accordingly. And what are the rank differences? Detectives of the DA are assigned a number to indicate their rank within the organization. These ranks are determined by an individual's achievements. I'm probably dead last, baby pathetic. The higher one's rank, the more difficult the cases they receive. When egos collide and neither side can reach an agreement, the higher ranking detective will be given priority, provided that there's no clear evidence that works against their favor. As detectives tend to be rather self-important, the ranking system was created to mitigate any otherwise inevitable conflicts of opinion. So basically, whoever has more seniority is always right, even if they're wrong. I love it. Ouch. My special skill is housework? I'm no great detective, sure, but that's a low blow. I wonder what else is on here. I don't really need to look up alias. We kind of know that. Detectives have a detective alias, you know? From the latest incident all the way back to before I was born, it's a robust selection of key documents about cases infamous to the public. Far too much for one person to read, frankly. Even at a glance, most of the content seems to be highly technical in nature. This is way too much effort for a prank. Meaning the DA really did recruit me? Can I trust what senior detective says? Probably not, but... Hi, Bakugo! Imagine what alias MC has. Rookie. Uber rookie.
今流れているのは録音音声だ。緊急事態が起こったので、お前さんを森の中へ隠し、私は離れることとする。
I want to believe you, but the fact that you were talking about detective elimination project still makes you a bit sus, bro. Let's help us again. Ah, so that's how it is. I assume this was a phone call, but I guess that's not the case. The device's settings must have been configured to play this voice message as soon as it finished authenticating. Okay, that's way in Sasuke and it's... Nice, we're gonna finally meet the rest of the cast. That's true! If he knew about the 3 days, this shouldn't be a recording. Unless that's a plot hole, but... something a little suspicious there, I dare say. Do not go in the building, you'll see along the way. Now I have to go in the building. I want to find out what happens if I go in the building. Can I die in the demo if I go in the building, please? Senior detective speaks without pause. The moment he's finished, the sound cuts out abruptly. Ah, that's also true. The old man put the dosage. He knew how long it would take. He seemed disappointed that it took me a full 3 days, though. But I mean, he also would have controlled that. I stand there. Yeah, I will save first. Don't worry. I stand there in a daze, holding the tablet, my new D-pad in one hand. I lift my head and peer through the tree line, making out the shape of a mountain with an imposing manor resting on its summit. Is that the building Senior Detective was referring to? While I don't fully trust him, my options are limited. First for choice, I open the map application on my tablet. Now I was dead for 3 days. Is it a morgue? Various graphics appear on screen, displaying the surrounding area. All that blue surrounding everything must be the ocean, which means I've been taken to a remote island. The whole island is a morgue. I'm pretty sure it's just a morgue, because we all die here. Either way, getting all gloomy won't solve things. I use my fingers to zoom in on the map, hoping to find more info to go off of. Gorman gasped in the lab. The screen then displays my current location and a few details about the vicinity. Just as Senior Detective said, there seems to be some sort of manor atop the peak, plus another structure near the tree line. A side-dosing chance! Without any other clues to guide me, I decide to follow Senior Detective's instructions for now. I'm just gonna put boss. Yes, I am the boss of all the detectives. How to immediately win a detective killing game. Name yourself boss, you're now in charge. Hold on. I think this might help a little bit. I noticed the voices were really quiet. Okay, now that we got to a new location, I'm gonna be back really quick. I wanna go refill my drink. I will be right back, and then hopefully we can finish the rest of the demo. How's that, Dr. Bensei? We're gonna get back to finishing it up in a couple minutes. Bear with me. I wanna make sure my throat doesn't get dry, because the renovation still be fucky-wucky and... When it was locked. Whoa! That never happened yet in the game, so I thought it wasn't in this game. Fuck! Fucking shit! No! The bad touch! The bad touch! I thought we didn't have this. It took so long that I thought I didn't have to worry about this bullshit. Pam branded tissues! They're very handy. Very, very handy. You know, if you end up in a bathroom with no toilet paper, Pam tissues. Have your nose run? Pam tissues. Needed for other sketchy reasons? Pam tissues. You always have tissues with you if you buy Pam tissues. I had every intention of eating those nuts, but I forgot to put them in my mouth. Oh shit. Oh shit, it's a ghost! Oh shit! I'm gonna die! Oh, we're on the other side now. Cool! We got past the part we got soft locked last time. Ah! Fucking shit! This way? Ah! Whoa! Barely dodged that one. I keep forgetting the controller has like
motion.
Ah, I didn't even see her show up! What the fuck? That was so close! Alice.
Oh.
Uh-oh, the butt came open.
The butt! Your butt is now open again for service.
Open for service, once again.
I'm going in.
You just gotta park in the rear.
Nah.
You guys wanna see our micro butt plug?
Micro butt plug. Micro butt plug. Wait.
It's the perfect size for your waifu doll instead of a person. Put it in your ball jointed doll. Perfect. The moon is a bottom. Apparently in the Philippines, the moon is a bottom. The entire country can top the moon, I guess. Must be a pretty cool country. Where did he go? Why did he teleport? Why did he teleport? Hi, Mavia. I will give you a thank you in a second. Why is he teleporting? Why is he teleporting? Why is he teleporting? Why can he teleport? That is no. Fuck! I was trying to put soap on my hand, but I totally missed my entire hand. And I thought it was so funny that I was like, I'm taking a photo. And I missed my entire hand with the soap. It went all over the table. And then, as if this wasn't bad enough, the second I walk out of the bathroom, Akka had a boba accident. You want to see Akka's boba accident? She came out trying to trick me, being like, Pam, I got diarrhea on my hand. And I'm like, what the fuck? And then she's like, it's boba, haha. And I'm like, what the fuck, Akka? How do you even do this with boba? The entire thing was like, just kidding. Just kidding, we don't need a stream. We don't need a stream. Also, hold on, the stream chat isn't working. I gotta go grab the stream chat. I don't have it. I have the old one. Boom, 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 boom. Anyway, I'm firing my laptop. It's absolutely dying. Not 2 streams in a row. It is dead to me. Why is he running away from me? Get over here! You're playing the game wrong! You're supposed to kill me! What are you doing? Get back here! Get back here! You're supposed to kill me! What the fuck, bro? Bro, you're not cooperating! Bruh! I can't fight you if you're running away! Come back here! What the hell was that? What the hell was that? Like, they are so fast! What color is this one? Can I even fight this? Oh my god, there's no color! I can't fight it, there's no color! There's no color! What do I do? There's no color! Okay, we're back. We are back! And hopefully the audio levels are a bit better. I didn't realize that I had desktop audio left the whole time. Might have just made it not the nicest sounding. Also, I don't guess. It should sound a lot better now, hopefully. So let's get back to the game. Audio has been fine. Also, thanks, Cody. Thank you for the follow. Maybe, but it's a little more to my mental satisfaction knowing that desktop audio is off. The tablet hums quietly as I trek on. Before long, I see a parting in the trees. Massive heliport stretches out before me. To its right sits a relatively small 3-story building, so I'm guessing the heliport's how we got here. Though it blocks my line of sight, I assume the manor is just up ahead at the top of the hill. The structure here must be the one senior detective warned me against entering. Oh, gotta go inside, obviously. It's not like I really trust the guy, so I'm admittedly a bit curious to sneak a peek inside. But as soon as the thought crosses my mind, a sudden sense of unease washes over me. On my tablet's map, I see numerous circular icons displayed within the building's walls. Is that where all the other people are? So every single one of us was told not to go inside the building, yet we have to go inside the building? Or is it like once you go in, you don't come out type deal? I feel like it's probably once you come in, you don't come out. And every single one of them didn't listen. And not just a handful either. Dozens of icons crowd around like ants swarming over food. That's what it seems like. Everyone's able to track everyone else, which would make murdering each other both a lot easier and a lot harder to not get caught. Although maybe they're anonymous. We don't know who they are. Judging by my own marker on the map, I think these icons are all people? But if that's the case, what does this mean? My apprehension refuses to die down. I get the sense that going in there would only end in regret. Just a senior detective would want. I like the sound effect you see here. I'm gonna save again really quick. I say again, but I guess I never saved. I need to decide my next step carefully. I will. Oh, I'm absolutely entering the building. No doubt about it. I've got to check this building out first. It'd be risky to just blindly trust senior detective after all. These circular icons are obviously people, which would indicate others are already in there. Except he said no matter what, don't go inside. So the iPad might be lying to try to test if I would go in anyway and fall for the trap. Makes a lot more sense to meet with them here instead of wandering around on my own.
老子探偵は僕を他の誰かと交流させない気なんだ。きっとそうに決まってる。
I speak aloud, desperately trying to calm my frantic heartbeat. With great trepidation, I slowly approach the entrance. A dark shadow is faintly visible from the glass door of the building. Just as I had suspected, there are other people here. Could a laugh going inside ends the demo? It might, I don't know. Without a moment of hesitation, I push the glass door open and rush inside.
すみません。僕探偵同盟の新人なん
I
です。
announced it again! What a fucking moron I am. Are they all dead? I bet they're all dead. My voice hitches and my eyes widen like saucers as my train of thought comes to a grinding halt. All from the shock of seeing the horrific scene that lay before me. Wait, are they all dead in the demo? Oh, fuck. These are the people who failed. Who failed and went in the building. So the actual survivors are outside. These are the dumbasses. Also, can we appreciate this absolute banger of a death track? Oh, yes. Give me that electric guitar riff when people die, please. A large mound rests in the open space beyond the entryway. A haphazard pile, blackened and dead, reeking of rotten cheese and fetid garbage. Sounds like natto. Convincing myself that it's fake, I draw closer. Then I lock eyes with one. Its cloudy gaze, a stark reminder of our shared mortality. That was definitely a body. I'm really enjoying the guitar in this song. Holy hell! I really want a physical OST of this now. I'm so sad the limited edition comes with digital OST. Because if they knew it's digital, like a code for PC, I'd want it. But I'm worried it's one of those digital on Switch ones, which isn't really it for me because I like to listen to music on PC. But damn, it would be nice to have a physical OST of this game. It's heartbreakingly clear this corpse once belonged to a living being. And yes, I really like the colors as well, TGM. It's a perfect balance of dark with a lot of heavy blacks and browns, but also having bright colors to balance it out. And no, there's no physical OST in the limited edition. If you look really closely at the limited edition, Alan, it does say that it's a digital OST with the physical limited edition. At least if I remember correctly. So probably more along the lines of what they did with Atelier. Wait, the collector's edition on the NES store has it. Okay. Good to know at least. I need to get that. We need to get the physical copy. What the fuck? We need to get that in stock here. My stomach lurches. Its contents spilling from my mouth. I can't take it. Sinking to my knees, I suck in heavy breaths as my heart hammers so hard it threatens to burst. Senior detective must have known. Regret fills me for not heeding his warning. I want to run, to break away and leave this place forever, but I'm about to join the pile. I desperately focus all my energy into every lungful of air I take. But my pulse won't slow down. It's probably like poison in the air. In fact, it keeps growing faster. My chest burns like it's on fire. This is either a panic attack or there is some sort of very, very bad chemical in the air that's going to kill me. They said do not enter, so my bet is everyone who walked in just breathes and then they die. No matter how hard I try to inhale, my chest only aches more and more until finally I can no longer breathe. I'll find the pesky exactly, neurotoxins. My instincts tell me I've got to get outside, but my limbs are numb from the lack of oxygen, heavy and useless, as if I'm deep underwater. That's true! It does save cost if we have the bodies deliver themselves to the morgue. That's why we did this. You want to kill some people, but you don't want to spend money transporting them to a morgue. Just, get them to take themselves there. I crawl, inching along like a caterpillar, but the exit is too far away. A feeling of doom overwhelms me as my strength ebbs away. I can't breathe. I need air. I can't take any more of this. Please, help me! Desperate, I try to scream, but I can't muster a sound. Oh, god damn it! My dying breath, I can't do karaoke. The pain is agonizing. All thoughts leave my head. Despite knowing no one will save me, my mind still cries out. Help. Someone, please help! I can't breathe! It hurts. I need to get out. I don't want to die. Help. Somebody, please! Help me! Help me, 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 help me. That was the sound when I finally die. Something snaps. My vision fails, but at least the pain in my chest is finally gone. We died. I die, you dead! I like the game overs in this. They remind me a lot of the game overs in 999, where they're really intense with like one CG that doesn't show a lot, but the writing and the narration do a lot to deliver a fun vibe. That's what I didn't like about Virtue's Last Reward versus 999. I thought the 3D models and more gore in a lot of the death scenes kind of took away from the minimalistic approach that I really enjoyed. This one has more gore, but it still relies a lot on narration. And I like it. When it comes to horror, I'm very much more a fan of minimalism. I like it to be left to my imagination so that I think of even worse horrors than anything could actually show me. With the start, I see the heliport stretches out before me once more. So I guess because it's a demo, they were kind enough to just bring me back. Cause of death, lack of intellect. Yeah, probably. I take deep breaths trying to calm myself. The air tastes good somehow. I'm not sure why, but I feel like I just woke up from a nightmare. I wonder if with all the bad endings, it just automatically takes you back like that. It's a neat feature if it does, just so you don't have to like manually do it yourself. Head to the peak or investigate the building. This could very well be a fateful fork in my path, as we've learned. Flat out death. Alright, let's head to the manor. No going inside the morgue this time. I decided to do what Senior Detective suggested and make my way towards the manor at the peak of the mountain. My mentor always chided me for being so rash. Maybe I wouldn't have been abducted if I just waited for him like I was supposed to. You think? What's more, I wonder if you'd get an achievement for going inside again after you already know it's like death. What's more, I get this deep feeling of dread whenever I look up at the building to the right of the heliport. I wonder why. I should follow Senior Detective's advice, especially considering that he must have a better grasp of the situation than me. Yeah, because he knocked me out, so I have zero grasp on it. I make my way up the mountain, quietly grumbling to myself, when suddenly... Again?! A chill runs down my spine. I quickly turn to look behind me. But the only thing in sight is that building. I get the strange feeling that going in there would have had irrevocable consequences for me. It definitely did. So I guess this way you can still see what... I wonder if it's like that the whole game. Like if you get the right choice in a section, it'll show you a quick flash of what would have happened. My uneasiness lingers, but I turn my back and keep going in spite of it. You chose wisely. Thank you, Senior Detective, putting me on the right path. I continue up the twisting mountain path for about 15 minutes till last I arrive at the manor door. It does almost give ReZero vibes in that way, doesn't it? It was a gentle incline, but I'm still spent. I wearily take a seat, resting my back against the outside wall of the manor. It's the exact kind of setting you'd expect in any mystery novel. The manor's exterior speaks to its age and smells faintly of lumber. During my approach, I could only gasp at the structure's imposing beauty. Upon closer inspection, I noticed its windows are constructed from an unnaturally thick glass, impossible to break or peer through. Probably so we don't see what's inside, I guess, to make murder easier. I stand up and circle the perimeter, but there don't appear to be any points of entry aside from the front door. Funny thing, seems like it was built to house prisoners, not residents. I mean, we are prisoners, aren't we? This definitely isn't your average manor. What on earth could be waiting within? All the other detectives, hopefully. I want to meet them. I slow down and catch my breath. My hand is damp with sweat as I turn the knob of the manor's only entrance. A loud clank rings out as it swings open with ease. Hi, Opa! The interior seems normal enough. No, this looks like a murder mansion flat out. Wonder how much light would make it through the super thick glass? Probably just enough. I wouldn't imagine a lot, though. Am I just overthinking things? I've seen super thick glass before that lets light in, but you can't really see anything else through it. Usually it's a bit tinted, though, and that's why. Not usually just the thickness. I ask weakly as I take a step inside. I just realized another inspiration they probably took from Danganronpa. The lead character has that fucking ahoge the size of their whole face! I love it. As soon as I let go of the knob, the door closes on its own. Not one moment later. Yeah, I wonder if it does look like the board of Guess Who. I think you can investigate around the building later. I'm hoping the demo has some of that gameplay. Oh, another banger track! A sharp pain suddenly erupts in my head, causing me to stagger involuntarily. Hi, gang! I really like the synths in this track. Does that make sense? Like, the intensity caused by the synths really adds a sense of urgency to the scene. So far, this OST is doing a really nice job of working together with the writing to get the perfect vibe! A shadow at my... And I really like the motion blur that goes on sometimes with the character or the background as well. I think it's adding that sense of, like... I want to say uneasiness, but it's more than that. The sense of, like, something is wrong or being displaced or like not fully there mentally. A shadow on my feet expands rapidly. My spine tingles as I feel something rush quickly towards me. Hi, Venus here! Without even a moment of hesitation, I kick out and leap to the side. And yeah, it does almost sound 80s. I like the retro vibe the OST has. However, I like the quick sprite turn to the side before I get blasted off. This game seems really high production value. I'm really impressed so far. Something slams hard against the back of my skull. The impact sends me flying. My vision swims, my mind already fading. I find myself unable to stand. Then the world fades to white. Did we just die anyway? Okay, we didn't die anyway. I was gonna say, this is evil. If you make a demo where every end is a bad end, that is evil. Yeah! It has been reminding me a lot of Buster Fellows as well in terms of production quality. I like this voice acting a lot. Her personality is really fun. She's like, how about we kick him around a bit? Sounds good. Kick me, please.
Yamato-san, 乱暴はやめようよ。
I hear voices nearby.
飛脚パイセンに賛成。暴力とかマジないっしょ。水ぶっかけるくらいでよね。
How do I explain this? I like the direction that the voice acting is taking. It's a similar direction that I've heard taken in other games, where it's like this balance of over the top and realistic. Like, it's realistic voices. So far, the voices aren't sounding like super anime. They're not like, ohayou gozaimasu. They're like more realistic voices, but the attitudes are a little over the top. I like that approach. I think because of the character amount, they're probably going to have some that are a little more typical anime, just to balance out, like, so all the characters sound different enough. But I really like that approach of having more realistic voices, but like more like over the top acting. She's like, violence is so not cool. Why don't we just like dump a bucket of water on him instead? I love her.
渋谷さんも大概過激だな。ここは
Her
冷
name
静
is
に。
Downtown. Wait, so this must be their detective aliases. So you have Senior Detective, that's his alias. You have Downtown Detective, who might focus on downtown things. Okay, so we need a fucking alias.
もしや心肺が止まっているのではないか。我が速やかに心臓マッサージを。
Cardiac massage? That sounds dangerous.
その必要はありません。どうやら目を覚ましたようですよ。
I'm calling it now. Oh, I was gonna say, yeah, I think that's the voice of the guy in the chair, because the design fit really well. I open my eyes, but my vision is blurred. I'm calling it right now. The girl on the far left with the dark hair, she's the one that was like, should I kick her? I think so. The dizzying pain in my head is unbearable. There's a constant ringing in my ears and my body won't move an inch. A wave of nausea comes over me, but I manage to stop myself from groaning. Hey, Riddle of Lightning! I vaguely recall being hit by something the moment I stepped into the manor. At last, my vision finally clears up. Oh, sorry, Dragon Bean!
あなたたちは
When my eyes refocus, I'm met with several unfamiliar faces and a sturdy rope binding me. Why did they tie me up? I'm tied up, surrounded by a group of strangers. Sounds like a good time. What in the world is going on?
おい、てめえ侵入者こら！
I love her. I don't know if this is her character song or just the song playing for this situation. I fucking love her already. A girl in a sports jacket grabs me by the throat, glowering menacingly. Yeah. Yeah, best girl already, I think so. She looks to be in her early teens, but her strength is incredible. I can't can't get a peep out while trapped in her iron grip.
本部で待ち伏せたいい度胸し
We
て
need
ん
an
じゃ
adult.
ね
I'm
え
pretty
か
sure an adult put us
ど
in
こ
this
の組織
situation.
の回し者だてめえ
So they don't know that I was gonna be joining them. Hi, Chucky Rich! Maybe they don't know about the dead bodies in the other building then. Maybe I'm gonna have to inform them. They don't seem to know there was another recruit.
大和探偵さん落ち着いて
So her name is Rowdy Detective.
落ち着いてられ
Yeah,
るか
it does go by their
俺たち
aliases.
の仲間をぶち殺
Interesting.
した犯人かもしれねえんだぞママに黙りこくりやがってよ許せねえぜだけど首を締め上げたままでは何も
That's true! How am I supposed to talk if you're fucking choking me?
え
She's like, oh. She's like, eh? And the music completely stops. She's like, oh fuck, I didn't think about that.
おお科学探偵の言う通りだな悪かったよ新入生本当にすまねえ
She's like, fuck my bad! Maybe I shouldn't strangle people! The girl in the sports jacket lets me go, then immediately falls to her knees, touching her head to the floor. As she apologizes, she has no pride. The duality, the gap moy, the duality of this rowdy detective. Holy fuck.
顔を上げてください気にしてませんからよくわかりませんけど
She is definitely best girl. That's gonna be pretty hard to beat.
その通りだ
Her
わ
expressions too are fantastic.
けじめだ手痛いのを一発
She's asking me to hit her.
そんなことしませんよというか縛られてるのでできません
Yeah, also I can't hit you. I'm still tied up.
実は
Watch her be like, oh, I'll untie you, then you can hit me.
混乱してるんです皆さんは何なんですかそれにこの島は一体何が起こってるんですか
As I ask the so-called rowdy detective my questions, the boy on the wheelchair approaches us.
自らの意思でこの島を訪れたわけではないのですね
Yeah, no. I literally got a needle to the neck, bro. I don't know anything.
ええ老子探偵という人に連れてこられたらしいんですが詳しいことは何も
老子探偵があなたを
I wonder if the senior detective is like dead and this is an imposter. The boy called Techie Detective cups his chin in thought.
先ほど眼球運動を確認した限り気絶していたのは間違いない自作自演で気絶していた可能性もあるけど一度事実として考えた方が良さそうだ
His hat kind of looks like bread.
目的も告げずにこの
Like a hot dog bun split in the middle. I think I'm hungry.
連れてくるなんて何か違和感があるこのお兄さんは僕らとの立ち位置が違うのか八つ崎港事件の捜査にどう関係があるのおい科学探偵
I like her sprite from the 3/4 angle as well. I like the like streak in her hair paired with the dual colors of the jacket. Because if you look closely at the design, this is what I mean by the colors in this game really pop. When it's from this angle, the left and right side of the jacket are slightly different colors.
ごめんなさいちょっと考え込んでしまって
I like the 3/4 angle. I guess there's gonna be a 3/4 both directions for every character then. Which is a really nice detail. Because with still sprites that aren't animated, this must have taken a lot of effort to draw all these. I love it. Also, that's what Obake is. The story is pretty interesting so far. Also, Cameron Brennan Watson. Yeah, the game seems really interesting. I'm pretty invested, not gonna lie. Are you any of you guys getting invested already? I'm like pretty close to pre-ordering. I'm as confused as ever right now, but I've heard of these two detectives before. Yeah, that kind of reminds me of the AI one in Danganronpa, for sure.
トリマその人の名は解いてあげね縛ったまま尋問するとかどんなプレイだよって感じでキモいじゃん
It's like, people are gonna think we're into this kind of stuff. I like her too. I like her Gyaru, the way she's like speaking in like Gyaru style. But also her design is very, like, I want to say subtle, but it's not. It's very toned down. It's not as flamboyant as Gyaru usually is, but it's also fancy at the same time. Her design is quite nice. I feel like so far if I was gonna cosplay one, I'd probably lean towards her because it looks comfy to wear. She's the downtown detective. Interesting. She does have Big Sis vibes. Okay, I like both of these girls as well. I like her expressions when she freaks out. It's so cute. The trendy girl responds with indignation, causing the frail boy, I guess it's a dude, the frail boy to tear up. I love him! Nevertheless, he doesn't back down. Shibuya detective, that would make sense. Because that's more like a downtown area of Tokyo. I mean, that's making me suspect the senior detective even more. Yeah, Gyaru vibes with muted colors, exactly. I guess like my bad. I have mixed feelings about the choice of some of the words, the way they've translated them in the localization, but I really appreciate and enjoy how they've brought vibrant personalities to all the characters through the writing and the localization. That's hard to do, because it's something that comes directly with the translation and localization process. Because from Japanese to English, no matter what, if you use a direct translation, nothing is going to have fun personality. It's going to sound very bland and like one-dimensional and kind of weird, just because the cultural nuances and stuff of languages are different in every language. So it won't give people the same, like, small, vibrant bursts of personality. And this game is doing a good job so far of showcasing, like, what they're like, despite having very little bit of dialogue so far. Even though our idea got rejected, the trendy girl called Downtown Detective laughs as if nothing happened.
飛脚探偵さん Thank you さすがは序列14位マジリスペクトなんですけど
Number 14, holy shit, the doleful guy is up there! Pretty boy he be getting them cases!
怖がるなだけだよ僕なんてただ研究棟の
Oh, is that other room the research facility?
もう絶対に出したくないから慎重すぎるくらいに行動しよう
Somewhat androgynous youth speaks with a voice full of fear. Victims, like those in the research facility? The comment catches my attention, but now isn't the time to be asking questions. Instead, I hold my tongue and continue to watch in silence. Just a whole suit of armor! What is this guy, like the medieval detective or some shit? The Full Metal Detective, maybe! Yeah, the sentence structure is different too, exactly. So you kind of have to put your own spin on it slightly when translating. And it really depends. The people who put those slight spins on it while translating, it's often mistaken for censorship. And if you overdo it, it can be. But really, that's just part of translation. Because it's getting word for word is not the only job of translation. Another job of translation, especially with writing and art of music, is conveying the exact same vibe in a new cultural context. So, if you translate different levels of formality, but they don't exist in another language, for example, you kind of have to change things very slightly. There's a lot of situations where you kind of have to twist things a little bit. It's really complicated and fascinating to actually look into. Wait, he actually is armor detective? What the fuck? Why though? The armored man rests one hand on the youth called Doleful Detective and the other on Downtown Detective. It does really give very strong Danganronpa vibes. I'm gonna be honest, it seems kind of like a straight up Danganronpa bootleg, but like they took it their own direction, had a lot of fun with it. It almost feels like it started off as a Danganronpa fan game, but then that got like picked up or something. Yeah, pop culture jokes are also hard to translate. They're probably not worth it, which is often why references are completely changed.
すごく頼もしいです。
So the boy smiles at Armored Detective. Downtown Detective waves off the gauntlet, looking utterly repulsed.
うちは結構で
I like the hand up. She's like, no, thank you.
秒で離れてもらえます
Yeah, nah, I'm good. You're like suffocating me. Would you back off, number 32? Voicing her would also be really fun.
おお、我の序列を覚えてくれているのか。このメンバーで唯一の30位以下だというのに、我は感動したぞ。
Where is everyone else
お主
here?
の命を守
If
り
we
抜こ
only
う。
have like a certain number out of the people, out of like 100, where's everyone else?
皮肉が通じないんですけど。うざ。
Armored Detective happily strides closer to Downtown Detective. Oh god. He doesn't seem to notice the look of genuine disgust on her face.
ひとまず探偵デバイスでリーダーに連絡を
Is
取
this
って
the
みた
butler? Every murder mystery has a butler, right?
探偵デバイス同士の通信ならこの洋館からでも研究棟に通じるみたい
The
で
bags
助
under
か
his
った
eyes. He
ね
looks like he hasn't slept in like a month. He reminds me of Linhart. A man who looks like a corporate employee joins the conversation. Oh, corporate employee. That explains the tired look. He has a familiar tablet-like device in his hands. A D-pad, the trademark of the Detective Alliance. My heart beats fast in spite of myself as I guess at the nature of my company.
ありがとうよ、社畜探偵。
She is small.
助かる
Asaya machine. He does look very relatable. All I know is he's an office guy. Workaholic detective. Oh, that's why he looks relatable. Same.
ほうれん草は社会人の基本なんてね。そちらの眠り姫についてリーダーに確認も取ってみたけど
Of course, the workaholic would be the one to verify
私
my
たち探偵同
identity.
盟の
Nice.
仲間だそうだよ。念のため君自身にも聞くけど間違いないよね。
間違いない。
はい、間違いありません。まだ探偵デバイスを受け取ったばかりの新人ですけど。
Everything clicks into place as I speak with the man referred to as the workaholic detective. I knew it! They really are part of the Alliance. And those aren't just any average numbers. They're so famous even a nobody like me knows of them. That is true though. If there's a murder in the demo, the murder in the real game might be different if it's anything like Danganronpa in that way. There could only be one possible reason why a group of detectives like this would be gathered here. It was the same thing I'd been brought for, to discuss how to handle the quartering Duke. They're all here for that meeting, no doubt.
残る謎はまだ探偵ネームも持たない新人がどうしてこの探偵同盟本部にいるのかという点だね。君も八つ崎法対策会議に招集されたのかい？
はい、老子探偵から説明を受けて、自分の探偵デバイスもありますよ。
胸ポケットに入っていたデバイスはやはり君自身のものだったんだね。悪いけど
stole my
勝手に
D-pad.
体を調べさせてもらったよ。
Can't just reach into my clothes and steal my D-pad, bro.
いつの間に。
You don't know what I might have in those hidden folders. I don't know how, but Workaholic Detective's clearly holding my device. The fact he can swipe it without my noticing is terrifying. He sounds really cool. I want to learn more about this guy.
それでは少々お手を拝借。
More hand-holding? Workaholic Detective grabs my hand to bypass the D-pad's fingerprint authentication, navigating to the message application with practiced ease. So he's looking to see who I messaged? He seems to be checking my invitation to the Quartering Duke meeting, which I had been reading just before I fell unconscious.
なるほど。私に届いた連絡と一字一句違わない。確かに君もこの対策会議の
He
メンバー
looks
だ
so
し
happy while checking if I'm a scammer. Relief washes through my workaholic detective's smile, but it doesn't last long.
まあこの島に潜入できるほどのものならメールの偽造なんて簡単に行えるだろう。
True! If you can infiltrate an island of detectives, you'd obviously need at least some skill. Workaholic detective smile turns grim. His piercing gaze cuts right through me, making my body flare up with goosebumps.
下手なまでしでかすんじゃねえぞ。サンズの川の対岸まで殴り飛ばされたくなきゃな。
I never made a knockoff! We just said it's real. What the fuck?
他の探偵さんたちのような独自の気配が君からは一切
I'm
感
a
じられない。
boring detective, so sue me.
一体何者なの？
結論を出すには検討材料が不足しすぎています。情報が揃うまでは監視はやむなしかと。
That's true though. I feel like the workaholic would backstab without a second thought if he thought it benefited him in any way. I think the ones I trust the most so far are the kind of like shy one and then the one in the chair. I forget their names. Techie and the other one I don't remember. I trust them more than anyone right now, I think. The other detectives watch me warily. Their eyes make it abundantly clear that they're on high alert. I completely understand why they suspect my exceptional circumstances, but that doesn't make their looks sting any less. Yeah, she really said you look boring. Absolute pain. Dwelling on doleful detective's unsettling remarks earlier leads me to wonder what happened to the Detective Alliance.
まあさ、怪しんでばかりじゃ拉致が開かないし、鳥間うちらに同行させりゃいいんじゃね？
Nice.
老子のじっちゃんも見
So
つけ
at
な
least
き
I
ゃ
get
し
to
さ。
join for now.
言い争ってる暇とかないっしょ。
気が合うな、渋谷探偵殿。
God, he's so creepy!
証拠が出るまでは彼も仲間の一員でよかろう。
あんたと同意見なのは点下げなんだけど。うち頭悪いからさ。武装ちゃんの言う通り、その人も一緒に連れてっていいと思うわけ。
Oh, this song almost reminds me of like Atelier. It's very chill, regal, medieval vibes.
ミステリもので仲間割れとか死亡フラグだしね。
That's true! I'm so glad we didn't split up. Because then one of us would get murdered like instantly, I bet.
ミステリものって。
Although if she's also taking inspiration from mystery stories like Home, I feel like we're doomed. Techie detective smiles wryly as rowdy detective grabs the rope tying me up.
まあ渋谷の言う通りだな。
Rowdy detective tears my restraints apart as if they're made of paper. That's true, it does kind of almost have character art similar to Atelier Iris. It's a lot more like, what's the word? Rough? Not rough as in like rough quality, but more like street art. It's like a little bit closer to the street art direction, but it is stylized as well. I'll stylize the Shinobi! Hopefully you can see the stream later. Still, what raw physical strength! It's hard to believe a girl smaller than me can be so powerful.
仲間同士で疑い合ってたら。
I don't really think it's very 2000s though. It doesn't feel like 2000s art to me. It feels more like the world ends with you type stuff, almost, but not quite that stylized. It's almost like you took the world ends with you and Danganronpa and like mashed the art styles together.
行動の前に一言確認を取ってほしかったところだけど、私も同意見だよ。先ほど体を調べた時、何も見つからなかったしね。君にはひとまず我々と行動を共
The
にしても
direction
らおう。
in general feels really
ただし
good.
今は一
I like
刻
the
を
sound
争う時代
direction, the visual
だ。
direction.
私たちがどんな状況に置かれているかについては、また移動しながら教えるよ。
ありがとうございます。
Yeah, it does feel like a lot like the type of game that could have come out around 2010. And I don't mean that in a bad way, I mean that in a good way. The detectives head out, one after another. Now that the mood is lightened up a bit, I can't help but let out a sigh of relief. I just realized I forgot to... Sorry, I'm good now. I've seen plenty of suspects get interrogated in mystery novels and shows, but never did I expect to be the one in the hot seat. Life sure keeps you on your toes.
そういえば 侵入者さんのことをなんて呼べばいい？
Intruder
まだ探偵ネー
detective.
ムないんでし
Just,
ょ？
just
せっ
call
かくだ
me
し
intruder
今決めちゃおう
detective.
よ。
This is pretty good. I guess you can choose your name in
僕
this
の
one.
名前は
I barely stopped myself from answering downtown detective with my real name. Keeping your name secret is the first rule of the Detective Alliance. It could be deadly for your identity to get out between cases. This finally makes sense. That's why upon joining the DA, members are given a one-word code name based on a defining characteristic of theirs. That code name is known as a detective alias. I've longed to have one of my own ever since Mr. Gunjoji told me about them.
僕の探偵ネームは
And yeah, I noticed the rowdy detective such. I noticed their outfit. I thought it was a really fun design choice. Despite my yearning for one, it's hard to think of anything on the spot. I have no experience, skills, or defining characteristics. Yeah, it's like choosing hero names in MHA. Same concept. Safer if you don't give your real name. To be perfectly honest, I couldn't even begin to guess why I was let into the Detective Alliance. The housework detective. They invited me to clean up everyone else's messes.
いや、悩みすぎっしょ。君さ、見た感じうちより年上っぽいのに、なんでそんなに余裕ないわけ？人生
She seriously can't even with me, goddammit. I'm a failure.
ほら、一緒に考えようよ。
I want to say it's annoying when they're like, I seriously can't even with you. I'm like, that slang is kind of stupid sounding, but at the same time, I can tell by her personality and stuff. She's supposed to be kind of like a girly airhead, so it's actually a really good fit for the personality.
猫を探すのが
Yeah, the voice actor's doing a fantastic job. Good at finding cats. The cat detective! The cat magnet detective. And of course, it'll definitely be boss if I get an option. Downtown detective gives a deep sigh. My amateur status fills me with shame!
じゃあ、無能探偵ってことでよろしく。
Incompetent! Hey, yo, what the fuck? How dare you? I'm the most competent person here. Listen. I even realized that I would die going inside the building, so I saved right before I went in the building. That's not competent. I don't know what is. Saving before I'm gonna die because I know I'm gonna die? What the fuck? That's just cruel. You might as well be saying I'm good for nothing. I mean, not that it isn't true, but still. I'd obviously prefer a different name, but before I can object...
他のみんなもいい名前が決まるまでは無能探偵って呼ぶ感じでおなしゃす。
No! No, it's not K! Lowly, that is true though. Lowly Detective actually does sound kind of cool. Sounds like the name of a movie, The Lowly Detective. Kind of sounds interesting. I'd watch it.
大和団地らしい。
Is the ability to recognize a death trap as a death trap really a good detective mark? I'd say it's essential.
飛虐探偵さんや社畜探偵さんと同じく特徴をカリカチュアしたタイプの名前なんですね。
I'm really liking the jazzy tune playing right here though. The brass! The brass adds so much to the OST. The low is like...
一緒に頑張ろうね、無能くん。
You're one of us now, incompetent. Thanks for saying you're also incompetent, bitch.
仲間らしさがぐっと強まるのである。よろしく頼むぞ、無能殿。
Sir, that's a step up. Sir, incompetent is a step up.
ご利用しな空気。
Hold on, I think I have auto on. I can't figure out how to turn it off. Okay, I think it stopped. Incompetent detective rapidly gains the approval of the rest. So rapidly that it's too late to dispute it, much to my chagrin. I cry.
秒で定着してよかったね。
She reminds me a lot of Junko Enoshima.
バイ。
I both love and hate her. I know it skipped some. I'm really sorry. Auto was on, and in trying to turn off auto, I accidentally skipped. I can't do anything about that. I agree though, inserting memes and internet slang in the script is generally bad, unless it fits both the character personality and within the game's setting. It does work for her though, to an extent, I think. It'll just take getting a bit of used to.
全然良くない。
Despite my protest, Downtown Detective ignores me, flashing a devilish smile. The problem with internet memes and like slang and references is that the year it releases, it'll be a banger. But then it gets dated very, very quickly. Thus did I become Incompetent Detective, an official member of the Detective Alliance. Do I get to do any actual investigating in this demo? Like, please. Skip ahead to a murder. Let me do some investigating. Yeah, memes have a lifespan, unless it's one of the rare timeless ones, you know? Like Ronald McDonald Insanity recently had a 15-year version. A bright red carpet covers the floor, perfect for hiding blood stains. And landscape paintings adorn the walls of the corridor. The detectives explain the situation as we walk down the passageway, the scent of the roses on display around us drifting in the air.
君が連れてこられたこの場所は地図にすら載っていない孤島だ。この絶海の孤島を本拠地として探偵同盟は活動を続けてきたそうだよ。本部の2つの建物。
Most of the time they don't really think about that when incorporating meme culture. I feel like they should though, because if I was a game dev, it would be my number one thought. Maybe use meme culture in advertising to get attention on the game, but you don't want to use it in the writing, because then your game is not going to last. So the Gormenghast is the manor, and Snarks is the building with the dead people.
本来、私たちが到着した後は、この洋館にジオラマで再現された八崎港事件の主要な現場を見ながら、全員で推理する手はずだったんだ。
だったというのは。
But then some people died along the way, you know. Rowdy Detective suddenly punches the wall beside her, causing the other nearby walls to tremble from the impact.
俺たちが到着した時には本部の探偵たちの多くが毒殺
I
されてたんだよ。
thought so! So there is poison in the air there.
研究施設にいた22人のメンバーが
22? That's a lot of people. Holy shit. So maybe the first murder is figuring out who did that. What's that, Alisama? I wonder. That would be fascinating. Every hair on my body stands on end at the unthinkable news. Even among history's more infamous mass murders, few had a death toll of more than 20. Killing 22 people at once is beyond all reason.
犯人はまるでゴミでも扱うがごとく、施設の入り口に我らの仲間の死体を積み重ねていたのだ。
It does look a lot like the dorm from Persona 3 or even Danganronpa 1.
無能先輩があの死体の山を見てたらしばらくご飯を食べれなかったと思うよ。
I did see the bodies. And that was
毒ガスが充
fascinating.
満してて下手したら死んでたしね。
Also did kill me in the past life once.
行かなくてラッキーだったかもね。
Yes, lucky. That's what it is. A heap of corpses. Just imagining it makes me feel faint. And that's not even taking the deadly gas into account.
老子探偵はその惨状を知っていて、僕を
Let's good luck with work,
この館に
Lazy
向かわせ
Shinobi.
たのかもしれないな。
Which detective do you think will die first? If I had to guess, I would say maybe Workaholic or Rowdy. If I had to make a guess. That would also explain why he hid me in the forest and went off on his own. I need to find him soon and thank you for keeping me safe.
やっぱり 八崎港の犯行なんですか？
I mean, if anyone found a random walker in the forest, like, I think they would have assumed maybe there was a body or something inside, because that's so out of place. Hi, what's Iggy too?
八崎港事件の特徴は必ず被害者が2人同時に現れることだ。
True, so maybe this crime isn't by the quartering duke, but by someone else.
八崎港の野郎が犯人に決まってるぜ。もしまだ島の中に嫌がるなら、この俺が絶対ぶっ捕まえてやる。
She reminds me a lot of K-Song. Said that the quartering duke has killed over 100 people, but even that was over the course of half a year. On the other hand, murdering 22 people at once, all of them first-rate detectives, no less, could hardly be the work of an amateur. I get the impression that he commits grisly deeds for the thrill of it, but otherwise his identity is a complete mystery. How long is this
僕
fucking
らは
demo?
当然研究施設の捜査を始めたのですが、その途中で
It's a
リーダーの
quality
デバイス
demo.
に
You should get a
生き
lot out
残
of
った
this.
同盟のメンバーからこんな連絡が入ったんです。
I feel like Techie is too obvious a choice to die early, though. He seems like someone that would make it quite long and be very useful later on. Techie Detective draws out his own D-pad and plays an audio file. Oh shit! What happened to him? Hello! I'm glad you had a good time lurking. Hello! Yeah, I know. How long is this demo? I don't know. Sure, go in. Did they accidentally release the full game? So maybe the senior detective is even dead. Although, that could be a fake message. Or the one that I saw was an imposter. Because he warned me not to go in the building, but in this he sounds like he didn't know about it. I agree with Kellen. I think he's a mid-game sacrifice type. He'll stay long enough that you get to, like, his knowledge will help you learn some very useful things. And then he dies. Damn. Just give me 1 sec. Also, welcome! I don't know how to read your name. I can't, unfortunately, read the message, but I did run it in Google Translate just to double check. And yeah, as always, tends to be the baller in these kind of things. I wonder if Senior Detective might be the final boss. Actually, what if Senior Detective is the first victim? What if he's dead? I wonder. The recording cuts off there. Although the sound was low and full of static, even I could grasp what it signified.
この声って老子探偵ですよね。よかった。あの人は生きていたんですね。
I was thinking he's probably the big boss, but I wonder if he's actually dead.
はい、間違いなく老子探偵だと思います。この状況で無事だなんて、さすがはレジェ
I
ン
mean,
ド
it
クラス
doesn't
の
sound
探偵
like
で
he
す
was
よね。
entirely unscathed.
そんなにすごい探偵なんですか？
今でもメディアでよく取り上げられる明けぬ夜事件ってあるでしょ。あの事件を解決した探偵同盟の創立メンバーなんだって。
I feel like I should learn more about this. Popular name for series of incidents caused by the Morning Star of Dawn Society, which at the time commanded public support and even exercised influence in the political sphere. SIC founder Junichi Nanase, who went by the name Lucifer, targeted opponents by kidnapping, confining, torturing, and brainwashing them. He's also believed to have carried out a number of cruel human experiments. I feel like he's behind this. Though the building where this is purported to have taken place has since collapsed in the disaster, he must have been related to those kidnappings. He was using brainwashing and things. Lucifer utilized TV stations and internet broadcasts to steal. It sounds like Lucifer's made a comeback. Wait, what if Lucifer was him all along? He staged solving his own case by framing somebody. And now he's back, baby! Lucifer utilized TV stations and internet broadcasts to steal the hearts of viewers with his witty comments and charismatic mannerisms, steadily growing his hordes of believers. 13 years ago, Lucifer attempted to take advantage of the chaos after a major earthquake by plotting to release poison gas, resulting in his capture by the world's premier detective, Vtuber. Vtuber received global recognition for this accomplishment, eventually leading to the establishment of the DA. Although 13 years have passed since he was apprehended, Lucifer's followers have continued committing crimes in his name, unabated. The true irony is that by solving this case, Vtuber triggered an exponential increase in domestic crime, thereby fueling the ongoing detective craze. I wonder if maybe the person captured wasn't the actual Lucifer, but someone taking the blame to try to turn Lucifer into even more of a martyr. And yeah, I noticed the poison gas. Sounds like they're bringing a lot of lore back from like small references. This seems like the type of game you're gonna have to pay very close attention. That sounds like it could have been the poison gas that was gonna be released earlier, but now it's released here instead.
明けの夜事件教科書にも載ってるような大事件じゃないですか。
I was a kid then, so I don't remember much, but it was the worst terror attack in national history, sparked by a new religious movement. From that event onward, criminal atrocities swept the nation, which is part of why the Detective Alliance was formed. Solving a case of that magnitude would absolutely qualify him as a legend.
もともとはローシさんと合流するために他の探偵たちと別れて僕らはこの洋館に来たんだ。
ローシ殿が身を隠さなければならぬほど今回の犯人は凶悪なのだ。
Or he's not in hiding! He could be watching from the sidelines, controlling all of this, which is still one of my guesses. He's either watching and controlling this or dead. There's no in between, man.
じゃあここにいる皆さん以外にも探偵がいるんですか。
そう、研究棟に残って捜査を
I was gonna say there were more on the like the game promo art. I was like, where's the other half? Hi, McLandon.
まるで探偵のバーゲンセールだなって感じで。
Okay, that was a little too much. That was a little too much. I don't like it when games do this. They'll put like LMAO or whatever, like slang in this way in dialogue. I really don't like that because no one actually says that out loud. They're not like LMAO. No one fucking does that, only while typing. If you're going to have dialogue, it should at least be dialogue that, like, in theory, people would say out loud. I don't know, I don't like acronyms and stuff used in games and speech because most people don't actually use them in speech. Bogo say, although people sometimes say the word like as bogo. That's true though, some people say lamau. That's true. It always makes my ears bleed. So BOGO is buy one, get one free or buy one, get one half off, whatever. Usually it means buy one, get one. I don't quite get what she means by that, but I guess it's a lot of detectives. I like how it's supposed to be nonsense though. He's like, I don't understand, but okay. Still reeling from the heinous murders we have yet to unravel, but at least now there's a glimmer of hope. Exactly, I understand texting, but like saying it out loud.
これで全ての部屋を探し終えたはずだけど、ローシさんは見つからないね。
I feel like if he was in the building, he would have made his presence known.
僕らより先に洋館へたどり着いた犯人に気づいてどこかへ逃げたのではないでしょうか。もし先ほどの通話を盗聴されていたら犯人が先回り
I
した可
might
能性
soon
は
have
十
to
分に
check
考
if
え
there's
られ
any
ます。
videos of the full demo out now, just to see how much I've left. I might need to see if I can finish it on Thursday between streams. I'm starting to wonder how fucking long this is.
ああね、うちらがここに到着するまでに10分はかかってるもんね。考えられなくはないのかも。
いや、
there's a lot to this demo. I'm not complaining. I'm liking it, but it's a lot more than I expected it to be. If I realized it was so long, I would have switched the order of the streams and did Little Ladies Day first, because I thought that could be finished in 4 hours for sure, and then do this one for as long as it took. The demo is an hour 40? I've been playing over an hour 40. The detectives process the situation with impressive speed. I'm barely keeping up as I struggle to understand what it all means. Downtown's casual chit-chat is about the only thing that makes any sense to me.
つか、この部屋も無線 LAN ないじゃん。スマホ使えないとか、マジでナイポヨちゃんなんですけど。
いえ、仮に無線 LAN のルーターが
Average when it's not Pam reading anything, but then it's not a stream! It's boring if I don't read everything.
なんで？この島は県外ってこと？
I like her shocked expression. She's just like,
実は研究棟で固定回線でのネットワーク接続を試してみたのですが。
okay, so we can't connect to the internet. At least to, like, outside sources. We can only use the intranet, seems.
先ほど洋館内の回線で試してみても結果は同じでした。
Oh wait, no, we can't connect to shit.
島の通信用のアン
I
テナ
guess
が
the
壊
D-pad
さ
I
れてい
can
るんだ
only
と思い
search
ます。
information that's already on it or track people, but I can't connect to any new things. Let's try Dragon Man!
でも探偵デバイス同士はやり取りできてんじゃん？スマホとは違うの？
Oh wait, the D-pads work. I guess it's only the smartphones that don't work.
探偵デバイスは独自の通信システムを採用しているんです。僕も開発に携わりましたが、本当に素晴らしい
I
技術
love
が使われてい
seeing
るんですよ。
Techie get excited about technology. The voice acting where he gets a little more excited every time. He gets really, really excited telling about everything that he sees. Oh my god, have you heard about this? Look at the voice and it combined with his face. That is so cute. I think it's a visual novel, but there's also some investigative gameplay.
うちはこの島にいる間、連れたちとろくに会話もできないってことね。
I wonder if downtown was really the right choice. Because I think Shibuya was less implying that it's like a busy area of town and more like fashionable. Because Shibuya is seen as like fashionable, trendy district. I think what would have been better for her, where she's talking about followers and stuff, I think instead of downtown detective, I think a better translation would have been something like streaming detective or influencer detective. Because she seems like a live streamer or like an e-girl or something. I think it would have been better than downtown.
いい機会だ。この機会に探偵同士、我らみんなの交友を深めようではないか。
ガチで下がるわ。
Trendy detective would have been a good one, yeah.
おいおい、まさかこの匂い
She's
は。
like, oh fuck, I smell the poison inside now too. Rowdy detective starts crawling on all fours like a dog right at the entrance to the... Okay. That's right, hashtag detective would have also been so good. No. She presses her face to the carpet with a sharp expression on her face.
ヤマトさん、どうしたんですか？血の匂いだ。
Oh, it's blood! We finally got to the murder! Silence fills the room. All others turn to look at Rowdy.
バラの匂いと絨毯の色で全然気づかなかったが、この絨毯、血痕がついてやがるぜ。入り口からまっすぐにあの花瓶に向かってな。
Damn. So I guess there's already been someone killed in here, and there's like some rosy scent trying to like hide it. Interesting. That's true. We haven't seen Workaholic in a while. Oh shit. Rowdy detective approaches an empty vase and sticks her hand in it, pulling out a bloody knife. That is fresh blood.
ビンゴだな。
ビンゴだな
どうやら悪意ある誰かさんが館に侵入したことは間違いないようだ
It's
ぜ。
like, bingo! Don't know which poor mug sauce this is, but I'll tell you one thing. Some goon was on the loose in here. I love
どうして
her.
血の匂いなんて分かったんですか？見るからに乾ききってるのに。
俺はガキの頃から漁師の親父を手伝ってたからな。
I don't think that's how it works.
わしの資格
Hunting with your dad since you're a baby doesn't give you the nose of a bloodhound, eyes of a hawk, ears of a rabbit, and macho spirit. Oh, it doesn't work that way. I'm not so convinced that helping on hunting trips would give you those kind of abilities, but it's astonishing nonetheless.
岩松さん、そのナイフが使われた場所はこの部屋。
Okay, he's alive. Okay.
ああ、この部屋には血痕しか残ってねえ。あくまでナイフを隠すのに部屋までや
Then
って
where
きただ
was
け
it
みたいだ。
used?
血の匂いを終えたらいいんだけどよ。さすがにバラの匂いが充満した廊下じゃきつすぎるぜ。
They must have put the roses there on purpose so that she couldn't track them. That must mean when we get back to the room where we meet the other detectives, someone's already dead or something.
やはりそうか。しかし加賀君、君ならば終えるね。
もちろんです。そのための科学ですから。
Techie Detective proudly pulls a cute little machine that resembles a puppy out from his pocket. Wait, did he make a machine to track down scents?
追跡遊具。
That's so cute! And kind of cursed. Actually, that's mostly cursed. I don't know if I like that. The mouth on the bottom looks like a butt cheek!
僕と探偵同盟の協力で生み出されたこの遊具は登録した匂いをどこまでも追跡発見可能な人命救助を至上命令とする発明
How
で
does it walk with the triangle wheels?
す。さらに南西の小型ゴムクローラーを採用したことで凹凸の激しい通路であ
I
ろう
mean,
と
it would cover
現場を
tricky
終わらせ
terrain, but what
時
about
速
normal
15km
terrain?
で迅速な移動が可能。当然小型の発信機も搭載なので探偵デバイスの画面からリアルタイムに追跡可能です。そしてさらに ISS の宇宙ステーションに採用されている小型のリチウムイオンバッテリーを使って
We're college like, my brain.
後でゆっくりと説明を聞くから追跡に移ろうか。
It's like, we love to support your hobby, but now is not the time.
ごめんなさい。
He is so adorable.
発明の話
Techie's
になると
probably gonna end up being one of my favorites too. Actually, I like all the characters so far. Every single one is leaving a pretty interesting impression. I just realized we haven't seen the pretty boy in a while. Techie Detective returns to reality, hanging his head in shame. And yeah, the characters blink.
じゃあ早速その道具で。
道具じゃないです。遊具です。僕の大切な友達を道具扱いしないでください。
I mean, why can't it be both? Workaholic Detective bows several times in apology for misspeaking. Truth to his name, he's the very picture of a harried office worker. Techie Detective may seem calm and collected, but careless remarks about his inventions are a clear sore spot of his. I'd better watch my words.
皆さん取り乱して申し訳ありません。
Hi.
それでは血液の匂いの追跡を始
I'm
め
gonna
ます
double check one thing really quickly on YouTube. Hold on. I'm just... Oh God! Josh, I think you're wrong! Cause the video that's up on YouTube that says Process of Elimination Gameplay Part 1, that says Part 1 of the demo. I don't think that's the full demo. I'm just trying to figure out where I'm at in comparison to like, the end, I guess? I'm not sure if I should play another hour and delay stream or if I should give up like really soon. Or does the demo end there? chapter. Okay. I think if I speed run, I might be able to finish a chapter, but I'm gonna have to delay the other stream a little bit. I think I can finish the chapter. Just the demo of more than one chapter? What the fuck? Or was that the end of the chapter? Hold on, let me double check again. I managed to skim it without getting any spoilers. Hold on. I just couldn't tell if they saved or if it kicked them out. Okay. Okay, I know how far I want to get. It's going to mean I'm gonna have to delay the other stream for sure, but I have a certain part I want to get to. There's another gameplay section following this. What the fuck? I wonder if I can play more of it later on in the week. I might have to pick and choose this or Bayonetta Origins. I really wanted to play Bayonetta Origins though, so I don't know. Or maybe if the Final Fantasy rating stream on Saturday is really short, then we can flip over to playing more of this demo. Or maybe, we could probably finish more of the demo even maybe next week. As much as I want to get back to Corpse Factory, this is coming out in a couple weeks, so I wouldn't mind maybe finishing the demo next week. But I do want to get to a certain point if I can, so I'm probably going to delay the other stream by choice. Tricky detective calms down, setting his dog-like tracking machine. Sniffy Whiffy, loose near the bloodstain. Please tell me it's not Coils. No, I want to finish Coils. We're on the very, very last part of it. I want to finish the very, very last part of it. I don't think we need more than a few hours. And then I have a collab in the evening. So I might be able to do more of this in the middle, if we're really quick. Sniffy Whiffy scoots across the floor, just like a real dog. He circles around a couple of times, then thumps into the room's door.
追跡が始まりました。扉を開いて先に進んでもらいましょう。
I open the door and Sniffy Whiffy darts out of the room, barreling down the hall toward the stairs. All I can pick up is roses, but he must have zeroed in on the trail of blood.
大したもんだな。俺の鼻でも全然嗅ぎ取れねえってのによ。
正確には匂いではなく、空気中に残留する物質を追跡しているんです。だから
猟犬の鼻も型なしだね。
うるせえ。最初に気づいたのは
I love her expression when she's so shocked like that. Yeah, Coils after that isn't too bad. The White Raven was rough. A little rough. We're on the last one now. Sniffy Whiffy stops at a painting just before the stairs to the entrance hall.
クンクン殿が止まった。ここで何者かが刺されたということか。
バーカ、見るからに結婚なんてないじゃん。つまりナイフが使われた場所はこの絵画の奥。
Yeah, I just gotta, poke the painting out and go inside the wall.
絵画の奥？どういうことなのだ？まさか絵画の中に世界が。童話の中の話かとバカに思っていたが。
That would be so cool though, actually finding a hidden thing behind a painting. That'd be sick.
落ち着いて武装君。論理的に考えていけば真実は明らかになる。
Workaholic touches the painting as he inspects the frame. He then gently taps the artwork before pressing his ear against it.
間違いない。この絵画の奥には空洞が広がっている。なら。
Still touching the painting, Workaholic Detective moves his hand. The entire wall around it slips back like a sliding door, revealing a hidden passage. Nice! Sniffy Whiffy, who had been waiting in place, begins moving again, right down the newly discovered path. Yeah, Armor's face mask has eye movements. It's so good!
それは企業秘密ってことで、私はこの仕事を続けて長いからね。
I wonder if it's a
知識
room. I
量
feel
だ
like
け
it
は
might be a
それなり
hallway.
にあるんだ。
おじさんやるじゃん。ぶっちゃけ見直したっつうか、むしろリスペクっちゃうみたいな。
I'm still torn if I
お
like
じさ
her
んは勘
dialogue
弁
but
して
it
ほし
annoys
い
me.
な。私まだ一応20代だからね。
He's in his 20s? I thought he was in like his late 30s or 40s. Workaholic detective turns red in the face as downtown detective slaps him on the behind. She slapped his ass!
この先でナイフが使われたのだ
Blade
な。
is used somewhere.
何が
Oh
起こる
god.
かわからぬ。
I started
我が
reading
先陣を
his
切ろう。
dialogue because I was so thrown off.
おい待てって。この広さなら2人並べるだろ。俺も先頭に立って周りを注意するぜ。
Rowdy detective tries to push forward but is stopped by doleful detective.
ヤマトさんは科学くん、渋谷さんと通路の入り口を見張っておいてくれないかな。今の状況
I
な
guess
ら
if the demo is this long, though, there's no chance in hell I can stream the full game, huh? Harmer and Doleful Detective are to spearhead our foray into the secret passage, with me and Workaholic Detective following after. Rowdy, Downtown, and Techie Detective would remain at the entryway acting as lookouts in case the tunnel is a trap. Which it might be. As for why I'm being brought along, it's probably because I won't be able to escape in this tunnel. I'm struck by the fact that Workaholic, the most experienced of the group, has definitely assumed a position beside me. Those detectives don't miss a single beat. The game has to be at least 20 hours, I'm thinking more at least 40. 30 maybe. As he speaks, Doleful and Armored Detective enter the tunnel together. Workaholic and I continue right behind them. But it's definitely gonna be a long one. The four of us descend down a spiral staircase that winds its way underground. Hi, Lava! At the bottom is a gloomy Please? Yeah, Doleful's the pretty boy that I said hadn't been there for a while. Does this not look like the green tunnel from our childhood flashback? Except the light's not green right now? So my theory that the child kidnappings were connected to the detective agency might be true? Oh boy! The bottom is a gloomy underground tunnel. We proceed into it using the light function on our D-pads to guide our way. The only sounds are our footfalls echoing in the tunnel as well as Sniffy Miffy's treads crawling across the floor ahead of us. The air is dusty and reeks of mold, making it hard to breathe. Clearly this place is seldom used. My love of cleanliness aches to ventilate the place. Doleful Detective's eyes narrow as he travels the tunnel. His usual fearful countenance is tense, as if he's an entirely different person.
大したものだろう、ヒゲク君の集中力は。
Workaholic Detective whispers to me as if he's reading my mind.
彼の序列は14位。すでに100件以上の事件を解決に導いている。
Damn, over 100 cases for someone young is pretty impressive. Doleful and Ninja, I'm starting to wonder. I'll say Apollo. Over 100 cases solved. The idea alone leaves me speechless. We can't be that far apart in age, and yet his track record is on a whole other level. What sort of heroic life is this seemingly gentle boy led up to now?
さっき飛脚さんが言っていた能力というのは？
じきに君も身をもって知るさ。同盟内では彼の能力を名探偵体質と呼んでいる。
Doleful Detective stops in his tracks. Yeah, I'm also surprised the main character hasn't realized about the hallway and started freaking out.
どうしたのだ、飛脚殿。足から血が出ているぞ。
Armor shines his D-pad's light on Doleful Detective's legs, revealing a trail of blood beneath his knee. Something reflects in the light just ahead of them.
足元に何かが。
Did he step on a trap?
おそらく
Like a bear
侵入者
trap?
撃退用の罠だよ。 触れた感触だと
So I must have walked through a wire. Ouch. Oh shit. He's right. When I get close to the reflection, I see red dripping off an extremely fine wire. It was so razor thin and difficult to see that were it not for the blood, it would have been nearly imperceptible, even in direct light.
探偵同盟で開発中のワイヤー層か。
So it's a wire saw that we're currently developing. So there's it's definitely in it. The imposter is definitely among us. The evil one is definitely someone of the agency. There's a lot of clues hinting at that from the beginning, but now it's pretty much like a guarantee.
どうして透明でそんなものを？
密室の錠前をこじ開けたり、拉致や拘束された時の護身用だろうね。本来は特殊なグローブをつけて使うものだって聞いているよ。素手では触らない方がいい。用途が用途なだけに、人体くらいなら強く押し付けるだけで切断
That
可能な
explains
気が
why
する。
he's suffering so bad.
気づけてよかった。
Yeah! Unfortunately, it sounds like you noticed it with your leg, but... Workaholic Detective produces medication and bandages from his pocket and begins applying first aid to doleful Detective's leg.
ひどい怪我だけど、この程度で済んで僥幸かもね。君以外が引っかかっていたら、足が切断されていてもおかしくなかったよ。
僕の体質はこんな時くらいしか誰かの役に立ちませんから。
体質って一体どういうことですか？
Yeah, how would you not notice it in your leg? I don't know, man. I would notice right away. It sounds painful. For some reason, doleful Detective struggles to reply. Workaholic steps in to answer on his behalf.
秀樹君は昔から自分の身を危うく
Doleful
す
is
る
a
事象に
danger
巡り合いやすい。
magnet!
例えば、
Okay, but
今回
same
のよう
though.
な
I can
罠から
relate. I'm a
指名
danger
手配犯
magnet.
の殺人事件、果ては事件の証拠品までね。
That must be why he solved so many cases
秀
then. The
樹君は
cases
これまで
practically come to him.
持ち前の勘と洞察力でそんな過酷な境遇を生き抜いてきたんだ。
だから名探偵体質ですか。
In stories, detectives are always expected to survive even when wrapped in a personal case, and even when their life is on the line. And now I'm standing in front of a real-life detective who embodies that very trope.
そんな大それた力じゃないよ。むしろ周囲を不幸にしてしまう最低の体質だと思う。
Doleful Detective's expression flickers as he touches a bandage on his wrist. The countless traces of medical attention covering his body shows just how much suffering he's constantly endured.
だけどその分危険には人一倍敏感なんだ。僕の身に降りかかる脅威の気配なら必ず感じ
He's
取
like,
ること
use
が
me
で
as
き
your
る。
shield because I'm more likely to get hurt.
僕がみんなの盾
That
になっ
sounds
てみせ
kind
る
of
よ。
messed up, but it does explain the bandages on his face. You're right. And on his fingers. I see the resolve within Doleful Detective's eyes as he speaks. He just literally offered to be my meat shield. He and I may look similar. I might even be the older one, but nothing in me competes with that look. We couldn't be further apart. Yeah, I'm scarred too.
水臭いぞ。
Armored Detective abruptly steps forward. He then swings his arm up before bringing it down to chop the wire before it just cuts the wire in half.
武装さん、そのワイヤーは手伝って切れちゃうんですよ。いくら鎧を着ているからって。
心配無用だ。我の身を
He's
包むは
like, it's fine! My armor's extra steel! Nothing can break my armor! Watch it break it anyway, that'll be really funny. The wire parts with ease. Okay, never mind, he managed to do it. Sure enough, Armored Detective doesn't have a single scratch on him. Both Doleful and Workaholic widen their eyes in incredulity.
どのような罠にかかろうとも、我の鎧は砕け得ぬ。安心して
They're
我を
just
先
gonna fight
頭
over
に
who
立た
gets
せ
to
る
be
と
in
い
the
い。
lead.
だけど
Armor's the meat
僕が
shield
前に
now.
出ていた方がチーム全体のリスクは抑えられるし。
仲間が傷つくかもしれぬ。
I agree! Doleful could probably benefit from wearing
お主ら
armor.
の盾となるために 我は分不相応を承知でこの場に馳せ参じたのだからな。
Instead, he's just wearing stuff that'll get caught on everything. Armored Detective speaks with a calmness that eases Doleful Detective's taut expression. Despite the latter's brave front, he might have been nearing his limit. He's so
あり
cute!
がとう武装さん。お言葉に甘えて僕はあなたの後ろから周囲を警戒することにする
Okay,
よ。
let me double check one more thing again. Let's see. Trying to see exactly where I am in the demo. I think I'm getting very close to the end. Yeah. Let's keep going at least to where that video ended. Because I did accidentally, just a minute ago, see one spoiler. I want to go until that spoiler. Armored Detective takes the lead as Doleful acts as a lookout behind him.
武装さん、すぐ前方、僕の首あたりに脅威の気配を感じます。
It's probably another person if it's like head height. Someone's standing there.
承知である。
Without a second thought, Armored Detective swings his hand towards the area Doleful Detective indicated. Chop, chop, chop! Sometimes Doleful's warning comes too late, and Armor runs into a wire, but even then it never leaves a mark. We continue safely through the darkness. Until...
発信機の反応を見るに追跡装置は5メートル前方で停止している。ナイフが使える。
We finally make it to the end of the tunnel with 0 injuries, save for Doleful Detective, of course. So whoever set up these traps must have been able to do the murder, then set up the traps, then plant the knife. All before we realized anything was wrong. Sniffy Whiffy is parked right in front of a steel door, which means the bloody knife we found earlier must have been used right behind it.
武装君、申し訳ないが先陣を頼めるかい。
何を言っているのだ、社畜殿。このような危うい状況にて。
I just imagine like Armored Detective sitting in his office getting ready to do cases, and it's so cursed. And yet, Armored Detective looks tense as he cautiously touches the doorknob. Goosebumps ripple across my body. Deep down, I get the overwhelming urge to scream, "Don't open it!" It's as if my mind somehow knows that what we're about to see is truly horrific. I have an extremely bad feeling about this.
3つ数えると同時に
Here
開け
we
る
go!
のである。1つ、2つ、
Fun! We pause for dramatic effect. Hi, Neo Dark Ether! The doorknob makes a click as it turns. My heart rate leaps, but I can't bring myself to look away.
3つ。
Uh-oh! A blinding light flashes as the door opens, forcing me to avert my eyes. On top of that, a metallic stench envelops me. The way it sticks to my throat and makes me cough sounds like my fucking kitchen. However, none of the other detectives show even a hint of fear as they proceed beyond the door. They're like, "We've seen bodies." I hurry to follow them, but at that moment... Doleful Detective's cry echoes out. Uh-oh! As I step into the room, the first thing I see is the ground dyed in crimson. I like how we get the electric guitar again. The red spreads across so much of the floor that at first I mistake it for a carpet pattern. Hi, Peter Campy! But there's no way that's the case. Despite my hateful disbelief, the smell filling the air tells me that this is blood. I like how the blood dropped with the beat, yeah! Drop a beat when there's blood! Oh yes, it sounds so good. The hand isn't connected anymore, is it? I'm not so sure. Yeah, there's no carpet, it's tile. With each breath, the metallic stench fills my lungs, my stomach, my whole body. I'm assailed by an overwhelming urge to vomit. If I lose focus for even a moment, I know I'll wind up spilling my guts out. Blah, 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 blah. Upon closer inspection, I notice something floating in the ocean of gore. It's large and reminds me of a caterpillar. He's just chilling, swimming in the blood. Leave him alone. 4 other long, thin objects surround it. In a way, they resemble a quartet of lifeboats, all rowing in different directions, away from a sinking ship. Ah! I love these descriptions. They're disgusting. I love it. But in truth, they're human limbs, scattered about across the floor. Before us is a scene devoid of life. A man whose name I don't know gazes at me, his head half submerged in a sanguine sea. I really like the creative ways they describe gore in this game. It's very different than I've seen it explained in a lot of other games. It's very poetic. I'm enjoying it quite a bit. That's true. My Mondays seem to be a bit more murderous Monday than Otome lately. I want to get back to maybe doing like visual novels, but like I play one full chapter, or like either one full stream or one full chapter on stream. Then I finish it off stream because it's really hard to finish this type of game on stream. And then I have a backlog of like 50 million of them. I don't know when I'll find time off stream to play them. Maybe even if I can do like 15 minutes a night as I go to bed or something. Maybe I'd finish more of them. I love story games! I want to play my dating sims and my murder games. I miss them all! That's why I want to finish at least the first chapter of this one if the demo is very long. Even if it takes multiple streams. Just because, yeah. I want to kind of follow that pattern. Yeah, visual novels can be really long, especially the way I play them. My eyes are transfixed as I stand there in a daze. And that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking if I finish them off stream, what I can do is anyone interested in finishing it, by the time I start the next game, the beginning of the stream will be maybe like a 30-minute discussion of how I enjoyed the last game or something like that. Because you're into a VN book club where I play the beginning on stream so people can figure out if it interests them enough to play along or not. And then I can check in at certain points on Discord or whatever. It can be fun. A way to still share the experience without kind of dragging out the stream so long, if that makes sense. There's a biting chill as if the temperature has dropped by quite a few degrees. My hands and legs tremble. I can barely stand. I might even want this to be the first one if we can finish Corpse Factory in a few weeks, because I think this comes out a month from now. I wanted to finish, maybe we can even start that sooner. We can start that with this one, and then I'll start filling it off stream when it comes out. And then we can finish, I want to finish Corpse Factory and Cupid Parasite, because I invested so much time into them. But for other ones, I kind of want to play at the beginning and then finish and we discuss. Every ounce of strength leaves my body, which no longer feels like my own. Have you guys ever been in a state of horror that intense? Where you don't even feel like you're in your own body anymore, like you're watching your body from the outside. Like, you know it's there, but it feels like a bunch of dead weight. Like, you don't feel in control of it at all. It's the weirdest feeling. Was I just intense? I muster up all the willpower I can, only to topple over on the spot. You have? I thought everyone experienced that. Maybe I just experience fear a lot more intensely than most people because of anxiety. I had it multiple times, even just on my recent trip. Like, minor things go wrong, and then I experience this. And then I have to shake myself out of it, or like, calm down or shit. I get into this state pretty easily, and then I have to like shake myself out of it slowly when I realize it's happening. I was like, yeah, it's really scary when it happens. Is this all just a bad dream?
現場に出くわすのは初めてかい。辛いのはわかるが、目を背けてはいけないよ。
Without any concern to spare for me, Workaholic walks towards the pool of blood.
飛躍君、武装君、上に戻って他の3人をここへ呼んできてくれ。それからリーダーへ洋館に向かうよう伝えてほしい。
Who's that chief? Oh wait, is that senior or is that someone else? He sums up the heart of the matter in a low voice.
殺人事件だ。老師さんが。
There we go! That's what I knew! That's what I knew! I saw this exact line when I was skimming the video trying to figure out where it ends. So, was I right or was I right, film please? When I said, I don't know, I feel like he's dead, huh? Huh? Oh yeah. I'm wondering if the one we saw was an imposter. I'm wondering if the real one is dead. That is true though, he could be faking it, but that doesn't change the fact that at this point he's dead. I guess we figured out how to access the log, huh? It is X! Regardless of how detached he remains while objectively stating facts, it doesn't change the reality we're facing. A middle-aged man's corpse lies dismembered, his limbs strewn across the floor we stand in. Room we stand in, whatever! For the first time in my life, I'm confronted with a murder scene! Chapter 1! The case of the dismembered detective. I think that was the prologue. We just got to the fucking chapter 1. That was a prologue. Employees, that was a prologue. I'm pretty sure dismembered detective is what we just entered. Okay, so I have no idea how long this fucking demo is, but the game must be really long if this is still going. I will finish the demo on stream. I might finish it next week, or I might finish it later in the week. I'm leaning a bit towards next week, though, if that's okay with you guys. Next Monday, I think we might come back to it. Yeah, the demo continues. But that gets more into the gameplay. So if you're enjoying the story and want to see about the actual investigation part and the gameplay, make sure not to miss it next time. Because we're going to get into the nitty-gritty and start actually learning about what the gameplay is like. Because this one isn't just a visual novel. It's more like Ace Attorney or Danganronpa in that way, where you have investigation sequences. And I'm curious what they're like. Probably just chapter 2, more for actual gameplay. I feel like this one is probably going to be more gameplay, yeah. The demo is available if you want to play it yourself. If you want to pre-order, I put a link. We have some available. You got me to order it. Good job. I'll tire and see. I'm curious what you guys thought of the demo so far. It's a long demo. We're not even done the demo. We'll finish the demo next week, but I've been really enjoying it. It has been a long time. Corpse Factory I love, but I don't consider it quite the same genre as this. I'll put this more in like Ace Attorney. The Great Ace Attorney is one that's been satisfying that itch. But it's been a long time since I found a new franchise that satisfied this itch, that has a mix of like mystery and gameplay. I love Corpse Factory, but it's only the visual novel aspect. I want to see next time if the gameplay is interesting as well, because it's very much satisfying an itch that I haven't had hit since finishing Danganronpa V3. So I'm very excited to play more of it. There's a personality quiz on the game's official website if you want to try that. Really? Does it tell you what detective you are? Very impressed with what you've seen so far, right? Me too. Hold on, I want to see. I am gonna delay my Final Fantasy stream, by the way, by 30 minutes. Oh, there is a quiz. It'll show. Let's do the quiz real quick. Why not? Why not? And then we will move on. Okay. Hold on, let me capture it better. Okay. So there's a personality quiz website. Which detective are you? Why not? Let's do it real quick. Okay. So we've got... Oh, hold on. Let me do one thing real quick first. Okay, hold on. Okay. I gotta verify my age on the website. Ooh, spooky! I'm just opening it in a new window. Okay. Why not? Let's give her a little spin. Start. Something always have with you. Nothing beats a good. My cunning and intelligent mind is true. I do also always have my knife, though. Just myself. I am pretty badass. I feel like I can punch people with my face if I need to. And yes, I said face! Just give them a big headbutt with my face. What is the purpose of justice? More than anything, I do kind of feel like to reveal the truth. What people do with the truth when they know it is on them. But I feel like justice, what it really comes down to is the truth more than anything. Do you believe in justice? Justice for who? Justice for one person is very often not justice for another person. So I feel like that's the only answer, really. Also, Nolan, thank you for 11 months! It's almost my birthday of being an underling for boss, yeah! And I agree, I'm gonna wait until I finish the demo before I pre-order, but I'm getting very excited. How do you like to spend your free time? What's that? What the fuck is free time? Really, though, that's because I choose to use my time to do productive things. It's kind of this one and this one to an extent. Probably planning steps of long-term goals more than anything. Which I don't really consider free time. Because then I'm just still doing productive shit. How would you describe yourself? Strong, brave, and just amazing. I am pretty amazing. I think I'm pretty amazing. What is the most valuable trait a person can have? Intelligence. You're no use to me if you're stupid. What do you do when someone attacks or wrongs you? I usually punch them back. Yeah, I'm gonna punch them back. How important is it to achieve your goals? I kind of want to achieve my goals, but not really at the expense of others. I don't really, you guys are willing to work 24/7 and serve me, so it's not really at the expense of you. You're just willing. You're willing to dedicate 24/7 of your mortal life to me. So that's not really at any expense. do you like? I feel like a mix of dark and light. As long as they complement each other, I guess. How do you view challenges? I want to... Oh, I like... Nothing is impossible with the right research and preparation. Maybe I'm not afraid I'll face anything head on is a better way to put it. I want an option that's just like, I'm very stubborn. I don't care how challenging it is, I'll force my way through. I got rowdy! Let's fucking go! Best girl get! Wait, is she? She only has one shoe. Why does she have one shoe? Either go shoeless or have both your shoes. Don't have one fucking shoe. That's weird. Anyway, I will agree. That's probably a pretty good fit. I'll take it. I'm gonna take that. I'll accept it. That is an acceptable outcome. I liked it. That's fun. You can go take the quiz if you're curious who you might get. I had fun. I had fun playing the demo. Are you tired? I gotta get ready for my Final Fantasy stream, so hopefully we can finish the demo next week. Let's see how we can raid in the meantime, okay? Let us see who's available. And we'll be back in a little bit on YouTube. Depending if there's any special events, I'm probably going to raid myself because I'll be back in an hour. Twitter, Discord, Twitch, music, Playasia. And if you enjoyed the game, don't forget the pinned tweet is a link where you can pre-order it. But if you're not sure yet, hopefully I'll be able to finish the demo. And that might give you a bit of a better idea. Alright, who can we raid? So many people live right now. Ooh, maybe this? This looks like a creepy thing, maybe. Give me a sec. Just want to make sure this stream is still going, but I have to sit through a bazillion ads first. Okay, she only started recently, yeah. I'm gonna send you guys on Twitch to Nekohime Lotus playing Creepy Tale. Seems like a good thing to send you guys to after playing some of this, right? Let me save so you know what she looks like. And her rules, just, you know, respect each other and be kind. Listen to the mod team. Do not promote or drop links in chat without permission. Do not share personal information about yourself or others. No bullying, sexism, racism, homophobia, or other hate-based chat. No ethnic, sexual, religious, disability, ageist, or transphobic slurs. Don't spam words. No spoilers to a game, TV, or film, and have a good time. So I will send you guys to Nekohime Lotus on Twitch. And if you're on YouTube, I'll find somewhere to send you, so stick around. Okay, give me a sec. This is Lotus! So you can know what she looks like. Have fun. I'll send you guys over there. Oh, there we go. Now the raid works. It didn't work for a sec. I panicked. Oh god, I have to rewatch ads. I'm stuck watching so many ads again, even though I just watched them. There we go. Okay, now who can we raid on YouTube? I'm leaning still towards raiding my own waiting room though, but Let's see. Let's see. Yeah. I am going to. I don't see anyone doing like a birthday stream or anything. So I'm gonna raid my own waiting room for Final Fantasy. I gotta go fix the time. We're gonna be streaming a little bit later. But this is where I'm gonna be hanging out very soon if you wanna stop by and join the stream. I will see you. Hopefully, it'll be a good time. See you soon. Bye bye.